Sandra, did you see my reveal?
10 points to Gryffindor.
Of your blade?
Yes.
Yeah, I was literally
I
in my bed
cool?
like flipping shit, and I was like, "Fuck!" If I was there, I would have been like, "I have something close, like a small one." But yours is like straight up,
Yeah.
it's cut right on the outside, like on the back.
Oh, you mean cut?
So like
It's not sharp on
the
the
blade,
one side.
it's one sided. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's for the air to go
This
past.
is this is just the sword Hawkeye uses in Avengers Endgame.
Oh, what? Oh, okay. Yeah, so it is an agile sword.
Fucking cool, dude.
That's what it is. I didn't even know Hawkeye had a sword until he was in Hawkeye.
I don't get it. Go down with it.
Ronin? Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't
I'm
remember the
trying to
name
build
of
a Red
the
Hood
character.
costume. That's what this is for. I need to get this tailored a little
Oh,
bit.
okay.
Like to bring in the arms because the arms are too like fat.
You
And
you
then
want to become Red Hood?
yeah, Red Hood's my favorite, dude.
I
It's so
I'm
cool.
I'm trying to do Nightwing this Halloween.
Hey.
I want to get the whole like skin suit, but it's like 150, but it's like straight up like a fucking latex thing, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there aren't enough Red Hood things to buy, and if there are, they're
I
like way
would.
too expensive because they're less. But like Nightwings, I feel like it's a lot easier to find.
So what?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and start tonight's session.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, because we've got a segment with Udrik and the Pent anyway. So the rest of you will be just sitting and
Yeah.
listening for a while, a little bit. So I'm gonna
Forgot.
switch the music up.
I don't have the music up. Oh, what the?
There we go. That should do.
I can be a pretty girl.
Alrighty. I'm gonna get us started here by doing a small, quick little recap of last time. So, the party had arrived in the capital city of Ryfield, formerly known as Winterheim or Windhaven, the bustling trade capital of the Ryfield oligarchy. And so, in making your way here, you got most of all, most importantly, gotten the main purpose of arriving here at the capital done and over with, which was handing in the corrupted rook by the name of not Yorin as well. Ostad Treader, going by the false identity of Elric Westwood, into the Lord Knight, Sir Kath Trinda of the Chess Order. And there were some political shenanigans that were going on. Sir Kath does not trust the High Rook, the High Rook being High Rook Yorin Hestwald, the same man who assigned the Rook Ustad Trader to control Slumberlog. Furthermore, is the target of delivery for Ronax's very important parcel that she had with her since the beginning of the campaign. Handoffs were made, negotiations were had, and at the end of last session, you had parted way with Sir Kath Trinda, who had revealed the information and the investigated, revealed piece of very worrying information. That money, the capital's gold, the gold of the oligarchy, had been spent behind the chess order's back in the purchase of 37 ships. Do I have the number right? I think I do.
37.
37 ships for in the name of the Ryfield oligarchy. However, Sir Karth being sorry, one second. Sir Karth being the political leader that he is was able to intercept this information and had realized that there were no such 37 ships added to the Ryfudan fleet. Neither was there reports of any new 37 ships along the trade route. And so he asked the party with the questions, where does 37 ships go? And what does the High Rook need with it, with this fleet of ships? And so, sowing a bit of untrust and a slight bit of difference in opinions in the party, you had gone back to the inn in which we called which inn were you guys staying at? Was it
The brewery.
the brewery, Scales Brewery Company? Yes,
Yes.
there we go. Yeah, Ness had spent his night underneath some trees in the Sun Cove, meditating. And it is here where we pick up in the middle of the night, where most of you already fast asleep. Udrik and Nepenthe, you reconvene within the corridor of Scales Brewery Company, preparing to head out. It's late night, like late.
Like how late?
2 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah. Most
Did
of
you
the
finally
town is
escape?
fast asleep by this point.
Most of the town. Okay. Give me 1 second. I don't think I have my roll 20 up. That's okay. Alright, so are we in the hallway or are we outside?
You are in the corridor. You had just exited your room, Udrik, and Nepenthe is sat outside. Wait,
I don't have a
actually,
room.
That's the opposite, actually. Nepenthe
Yeah.
exits her room, and Udrik is sat outside waiting.
Yeah. I was that whole time while I was waiting, I don't know how long it was, I was putting everything into the necklace. I checked everything's size and it all is categorized as small, and that's what the necklace can hold.
Okay.
So everything in my backpack fits in my necklace.
Awesome.
So
you're just
my
jamming
backpack's
shit.
just like, yeah, I'm just like boom, 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 boom,
Yep.
boom, boom, boom.
Okay,
And
that's
the
very cool.
backpack, I don't know what it's considered, but if it doesn't fit in it, I'm just gonna throw it in the cart because it's basically useless right now.
Got you.
Because it's just weighing me down.
So,
Okay, so you coming out?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Okay, I need to change clothes and then we can head out because I wear the brightest brown shirts you'll ever see. So I'm gonna go switch real quick. Can you hold Chip for me? Because Chip does not, like handle well. Do
Okay.
changing, like, okay, cool. You can hold that, and then I'll I don't really give a shit. I'll just change. I have a full black outfit, like the exact same one, just like reverse.
right, got you.
Because I have 3 outfits prepared, which is the fancy one, and then my
Yes.
brown one, and then my black one.
Yes,
So
you did
I
establish
switch
that
into that.
at the beginning of the campaign.
Yeah, that's good, great. Nepenthe, are you looking at me while I'm changing?
No, I'm trying not to let this
Okay.
rat move.
Okay, good then. Okay, never mind then. Alright, I'll just like switch into it real quick.
You're just changing in the middle of the hallway.
I don't. Yeah, it's like 6. Like I have like a white shirt underneath that doesn't change. Like I take everything off, and I take off the white shirt, and I'm like, oh shit, and then I put it back on, and then I put the black one on, and I put the chest piece on, and then I take the pants off. It's the same exact pants with black, like boots, and then inside the boots. Oh yeah, Nepenthe, if anything goes like haywire, I have 2 blades on my boots. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and then back the other gloves, and then I'll put the crown stays at all times. So.
Chip is as still as the shoe used to represent him in real life. He's a very still. He's well trained. Udrik has trained him well. He doesn't wander off and start looting and eating in the cafeteria unless ordered to.
Good.
Yeah. Do you not like rats?
I have no opinion on rats.
Okay. I'll grab Chip back.
Alright.
Okay. That was sort of rough.
Yeah. What are you?
Come back.
What are the both of you looking for? What part of town are you heading into?
I had it written down. Ugh, this thing isn't working. You said the lower districts
Yep.
were
the
kind of like
outer
funky
districts.
looking.
Yep.
Yeah, I wanted
Mhm.
to go that way at least. That's like where my. So we have to go through the fields, right?
Yes, you would.
Okay, yeah, I want to go straight through that, and depends. But out of like pure luck, would you have passed without a trace? Like, do you have
I
any
don't
spells? And if you
think
had
so.
spells, do you have passed without a trace?
I really don't think so.
I'm the only
Yeah, I
one with
wanna-
second level spells.
You okay? Yeah, okay. Never mind then.
I have thaumaturgy and that's it.
Okay. Again, have I seen any tieflings in the area?
Make a. Have you seen? Meaning, are you
Like,
looking out for tieflings, or have you seen?
like
As
when I was
in,
coming in, like when I was like going through everything.
oh,
Like I already asked for it, but you said like I
rarely,
didn't see anything.
rarely, almost none.
Okay.
The few you saw were either beggars in the outer districts or just a very out of place noble who, like, just looking around, everybody avoids. Here, I'll give you a better visual of the part of town you're in.
Okay. Depends.
Hmm.
Should I? So they can smell me. Like the people I'm looking for. Would
Okay.
with your expertise of these people, would you consider? Would you say that if I switch to my normal self, would they be able to still smell me?
Nepenthe never saw them.
Yeah.
She was in the car, but she was sleeping. Oh yeah, I should fill you in.
I got caught up.
Yeah, I filled you in, right? Kinda ish.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What do you think? What's your
Well,
opinion on it?
they've smelled you in a different form,
Yeah.
so really you can't lose. Well, you can.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll smell you in a different form, or they'll smell you in your original. Or maybe they won't. But we know that a different form is already not working.
I'm so flashy as my normal form, you know, it's like it doesn't really work for here. Like for like stealth missions, I usually go with like how do you call this? A drow, usually. Just to blend in. But okay, I'm
I
gonna
hate to break it to you, but I'm already not going to blend in.
Hi, Golf.
I guess you're right, yeah. So I'll just switch back into my normal form.
Okay.
I was gonna go here. Okay.
Yeah, just tell me what you guys are patrolling about, what you're trying to find out, and we'll go from there, yeah?
Okay, yeah, I'll like stop by the car, throw my backpack in it, and then
He's
I'll
trying to
head
die.
well,
Mhm.
we're gonna go head to the lower district,
Okay.
the outer districts. I mean,
Takes you a bit of time. All the cab services, I call them cab just for purposes. But there are oxen-drawn carts that carry you from the commerce district out into the outer district. Hi, Golf. And these are currently not in service at this time of night, but it's a pleasant walk out at night in the Sun Cove. And so it's about a mile walk. You know, it's not terribly bad. You get to the outer districts in quite a bit of time. We describe the outer districts at night is oddly shady. You know, like the stone bricks house and the dimly lit streets almost take on a life of their own in this time of night, where it's a very unwelcoming atmosphere. And the street, the only lights you could see are the lamps on houses, but very, very few street lights.
don't see
Both of
any.
you make a perception check for me.
Okay, good. Like that.
Okay.
Oh, why am I at advantage now? Fuck. I rolled a 10 with my 0
16.
modifier.
16's good.
Jesus.
Walking around, it's kind of it's difficult to see in a lot of places in the outer district at this time. Most you hear, it's very muffled and quiet, but most you hear is sounds of mothers pampering their children, some children crying inside of homes. You hear like brief bits of conversations in between families. Many of the walls here are relatively thin, and you come across a part where it's almost a slum, where it's just sheets of of metal or wood that are being propped up against tarp and used as temporary houses. There are lots and lots of dark alleyways. Some people are still out and about at this time, just very few.
Also, I took that dark for the warlock. I took the devil sight, so I have 120 feet of
Cool.
like perfect dark vision, and like nothing like in magic
Okay, I'll
darkness.
keep that
I
in
can see
mind.
through it.
Yeah, nothing is of
Yeah.
hindrance to you. The darkness within this vicinity of town does not at all affect you. Hi, Amir. Hi.
Dead.
Yeah, we're having a
Oh my god, we are both late.
yes. Yes, you are. I'm just let me catch up.
I can't hear anybody
with
yet.
people who are joining us and Amir and Golf. We're having a segment like a small espionage segment where Udrik and Nepenthe are exploring the night, exploring the town at night alone, and so we're just seeing how this goes. Yeah.
Spooky. Okay, my headset's on now.
Cool.
Thank you.
We might die. That's okay.
Why
Alright,
is that just automatically assumed to be okay?
Because
Yeah,
we're
man.
okay. It's...
Yeah. What are you doing? What are you trying to?
Do I see any? Okay, I'm gonna on purpose go through the alleys. Like I want to dart through them.
Okay. I'm gonna actually ask for an investigation check from you.
Natural one. No, okay, good.
13. You go through some of the alleyways. Dark, your devil sight does help because you do see a few people with ragged clothes skulking around in different parts of town. Shady doesn't look like they'll attack you. But if you're looking for anything that stands out, nothing in particular, no.
What's the name of the people we're looking for again?
The Lian
Lorei'an.
blades.
Lorei'an blades.
Linear blades. Linear blades. I
Okay,
call them the
gotcha,
Hydra
gotcha.
boys. You know, that's easier translation. You know. Yeah. Do I see the emblem anywhere? Like like as we are walking.
No, nowhere.
I'm trying to think if like the dude told me about anything even. I know there's two bad districts. I know there's two shitty districts, but I kind of have the sick feeling this is the poor district, not the one shit happens in now.
Do we need to go to the other one?
Can I make my do you know how to get to the other one?
Maybe we could find out.
Okay, yeah. Then let's go. Do I remember where Bella's at?
Oh yeah, she's in the red light district.
Okay, can I head in that direction? Like try to go past it, like go to her place?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay.
Start walking in that general direction. It's a little more lively there. You still see a few lights being out.
Good.
You see like a
Okay.
drunk noble kind of has around his arms a lady of the night, and they're just
Lord.
my dear, you are a pleasure to talk to, and just walking side by side.
A lot of
and,
talking.
talking. You see a few people drinking on wooden crates. It has the feeling of like a party town, but after
Good, this is
all
where
the
I wanted
party
to
is
be,
over,
okay.
Roddy, just a question on the order that we just from like the base knowledge of what we have.
What's up?
I know what learn is in real life just because nerd,
Mhm.
but does it have a significance in this world?
I would be able to answer that question if I checked my notes, but as of this moment,
Okay, not important.
I'm not sure.
Just
Yeah.
wondering.
Yeah.
If you wanted to visit your girlfriend, I wish you wouldn't have brought me.
No, it's not that. I just wanted to get to the area that I remember there's a lot of people around because I think I led us to the wrong area in the first place. I was looking more for a like happy-go-lucky, everybody's around, but like drug deals happen. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to look more for that, but the other place just kind of looked like the slums actually. Didn't seem like anybody was doing any drug deals. Um, just keep an eye out for honestly anything at this point. I'm just kind of trying to look for somebody shady as fuck. I'm just gonna have to start picking people out, just like asking them for shit, see if they can lead us
Let's find
anywhere
a
else.
prostitute.
No, that's the last thing we need. What is a prostitute gonna tell us? Actually,
They know
actually,
things.
they know a lot of shit.
They know a lot of shit.
Actually, yeah. I don't want to talk to Belle. That's a little awkward. Can
You
we
did
just
get
like
her.
ask
I'll do
anybody
it.
else?
Oh my god, I'll do it.
Okay, yeah, you could do
You
that.
gotta give her 50 gold,
I would
though.
just
I-
um
You're not there.
I would like to just find the closest prostitute.
Lady of the Night.
Roddy.
You find a
Lady of the Night.
You find a woman in like this aquamarine kind of dress. She has like long silver blonde hair, half elven. It's just looks kind of timid. Sees you approach and says, "Oh, hello. Um, how can I be of assistance?"
I won't bother you for long. I'm looking for someone else.
Um,
Um
if
I
I'm
already
to
forgot
your,
the name of the people.
if I'm not to your liking, then Madame has a few more inside.
No, just it's information that I need.
Oh, um,
Not going down this line.
I'm not sure I'd be able to help you much with that, but um, anything, yeah. What are you looking for?
There's these learn people. I
Learn.
already forgot what they're called. Somebody tell me.
I put it in chat for you.
Later something. I don't know.
The Order of the Lorei'an. Lorei'an?
They're 9.
Lernine.
The order.
Lernine.
The
This is
Order of
called
the
the
Lernine
Nine Blade.
It's up to you how you
The
pronounce.
one-
It can be a 3-syllable thing or it can be a 2-syllable thing. You know, it can be
The
Lernine,
Hydras.
Yeah, or
Call
it
them
can
the
be
Hydras.
Lernine.
We'll
Yeah.
translate it. You know. Actually, we should. I go over to your. We should ask her how long she's been here. She seems kind of new.
Can you let me do my thing?
Go for it.
Their symbol is a hydra.
Um, I don't believe I've seen anybody with their banner around.
I like peek my head out, like, okay, interesting.
Can I talk to you, madam?
The eyes kind of dart left and right, and yes, of course, Madame is quite busy usually at nights, but if you come with me to the Phoenix Feather, just down the street, maybe you could talk to some of the other girls in here. I'm sorry I couldn't be of much help.
That's alright. Don't worry.
Yes.
Lead the way.
Make a perception check.
Perception.
You are going to die.
16.
You see that she's wearing this like aquamarine dress, right, with exposed sleeves, and you see a huge bruise on the side of her arm that she's kind of trying to cover up with the other arm. in this kind of like nervous expression. She doesn't look you in the eyes directly, as much as leads the way and walks you to a shady little place called the Phoenix Feather. She says, you should be able to find Madame in there, but unless you're looking for business, I doubt Madame would be willing to talk to any visitors.
Well, just because I'm not looking for a friend tonight doesn't mean I don't mean business. And I'd like to give her a gold and go in.
She kind of like looks around and says, thank you so much. Is this for, you said you weren't looking for friends tonight, but, thank you. Thank you. She kind of, cups the gold and runs off.
Oh.
If you ever say "all" about me again, I'll break you.
I didn't say
Oh.
Man, how old was that chick?
You go inside. Yeah. It's a shanty, like very shady looking tavern. You walk in as a couple of the noise has died down a little bit, but there are still a few drunk nobles lying about. Some girls tending to them. You see that sitting on top of like a pile of pillows, and a very nice carpet with a nice design on it is an older looking lady with curly red hair, with a pair of monocles kind of on her right eye, and she's currently seated amongst the pillows, reading a book.
Madam, I don't mean to interrupt your night, but
That would be me, yes. Are you perhaps looking for company? Then you've come to the right place.
not company. In answer to my questions, but I won't take long.
Interesting. You walk into an establishment such as this at this time of night, asking questions. How curious. But everything does come at a price.
I understand. I will ask my question and you will name your price.
Sounds fair. What's bothering your mind,
The
child?
order of the Lorei'an blade. What do you know of it? Where can I find them? Anything.
They are but myths, child. I don't believe they are seen anywhere within this vicinity of town.
They harassed my party member just this morning. They are not myths.
Oh. Are you sure they are not thugs or gangs of bandits parading their name?
They burned
Black
3
cloaks.
people.
Yeah, a werewolf, a
Right
vampire,
outside.
and a changeling.
Insight
Are you with
checks
me?
From both of you?
I'm right behind you. I'm right behind you. I'm like
I didn't know if you followed me or not.
100%. I'm gonna go into that place. Like,
Shoot.
what am I doing? An insight check?
You're gonna
Insight.
you're gonna make an insight check. If you can
Shit,
maintain
I'm not gonna make
concentration and
anything.
not look around at the ladies too much. 16. You see, she has a slight corner mouth grin every time she says something. She's very hard to read. She's a woman who knows how to talk to people.
Good poker face.
Yeah, but the grin is as if, asking for perhaps more. She's being very vague about how she answers things.
I'm going to... I'll glance at Udrik, and then I'm gonna set 10 gold in front of her.
Generous. I think this is starting to, and she's counting the gold coins, starting to help me remember a quite particular guest the other night. And she looks at a girl and says, "Amber, could you perhaps come in this direction, dear?" And a girl in orange clothes walks to you and says, The clientele you were with the other night, didn't you say they were parading the name of the Lorei'an blade somewhat? Amber goes, yes, it was a, a tall and slim gentleman. He had some sort of very strange breathing apparatus on his nose. It wasn't the most comfortable of times, but he seemed very confident, and he seemed to be congratulating himself on a day's work well done.
When was this?
Excuse me?
When was this? 3 days ago? A day ago?
This was only last night.
Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's one of them.
I'm sorry I am not able to give you much more, as the information is I would prefer to
Wait,
keep relatively
you
private.
could. Where's that breathing apparatus? Is it just on his face, or is it like connected to him?
It's his nose seems to have been replaced with it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
He was here with another gentleman, larger,
One big arm?
hunched- one big arm, yes, but with a larger mask. The mask of that one seemed to cover the entirety of his face, but he did not come in, only escorting his friend in the one with the metal nose.
Did you, once he left, did you see where he darted to? Like in what direction?
Relatively unsure, but he did ask me to come with him down to what was it called? It was a particularly rusty iron gate, and we did walk down a couple of flights of stairs, but that was all I remember. It was not an enjoyable experience with the man. He was very disturbing.
I'm sorry to make you relive it.
No, it's okay. And Madame says,
Oh.
"You can, thank you, dear. Let's go back to whatever you're doing then." She nods and walks away and says, "Well, I suppose that answers your question." Listen here, love.
Yes.
The both of you, judging from your appearance, are probably new in town, and asking too many questions around these parts would
You
do
get
you
killed.
less good than simply going about on your business and leaving.
I would agree.
I've heard that before, and I haven't died yet. But thank you.
I would not jinx it, love. Fate can be strange sometimes. You see that she's shuffling a deck of cards. Well,
Like the deck of
unless
cards
we
too.
can be of any more service or you're looking for company for the night.
No.
The pen looks at Udric.
What? No, I'm good. I'm not
No,
like that.
thank
No, it's
you.
okay. Unless you want some, but I'm not, not gonna head down this
Been there,
road.
done that.
Before
Yeah, no,
when
then
you
we can leave.
turn around and she looks at she has a glance that stays on Nepenthe. As you turn around, she pulls a card from the top of her deck. She raises an eyebrow and says, "I would advise you to watch out within the within the near future. It would seem that I have pulled the tower in the upside down position. That does not mean well."
Thank you.
Puts the card back into the deck and shuffles.
Hey, but you know where a rusty iron gate would be actually? Like, is there any rusty iron gates around here?
There's I would say no, you wouldn't be familiar.
No. I'm asking her, like,
Oh, I
like
see. I
across
see.
the room, like, would you know about any Iron Rusty Gate? The one the
Plenty
girl
of
was describing?
plenty of iron gates are rusty, love.
Any with adjacent stairs next to them?
Could be.
I'm gonna guess yes.
Could be. Um, Whitefield is a big city. I do wish
Yeah.
you the best of luck in whatever you're trying to find.
Yep. Agreed. Alright.
Are you
Heading out.
gonna continue the search? Because if so, I'm gonna cut for a moment and.
Yeah, Nepenthe, you mind if we stay out a bit longer just to like go around like around the corners just to see if we can see anything the girl described?
I already slept for tonight, so I'm good till morning.
Oh, you did. Shit. Okay, so I'm the one losing sleep. Cool. I should have meditated earlier too. That was my
Oh
bad.
man, you gotta be an elf.
Oh, so shit. Should have meditated. Oh, that's fine.
Alright, if you're pushing
That's fine.
on,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask one of you to roll a d6 for me.
Nepenthe, or you want to do it?
Sure.
Alright. If you kill us.
2.
Oh, okay.
It's not in that one.
We'll see what happens when we come back.
You're dead.
We fade and then enter Akil's bedroom, where you had heard a very strange noise come out from the underneath of your bed. You immediately jump up to your feet, draw out your sword, and you look under your bed to see a grinning face from beneath the blackness of the underside of your bed. It says, "Well, hello."
Devils!
Just-
Kaka!
and just starts darting around the room and says, "Well, calm down. I have not come for ill will. I've seen you before.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh, well, I never seen you before.
No, I haven't seen this form of you, but I do know you. Curious. Master's
well, I
dreams
don't
have
know
provided
you.
a fair bit of insight into the people surrounding him or who he used to be. Here's a curious thing, love.
You.
You seem to have come in contact with a very
What?
interesting bunch of people. The same people that was with my master.
Well, yeah. Really? When?
Yeah, with Master
Wait,
Lorei'an.
why am I having a conversation with a floating face?
I might be real, I might not be. It's up to your imagination. But the fact that you're talking to me would possibly suggest
I
that
think
I am
I-
very real.
Okay, I think I may have a little bit too much, but maybe I'm listening.
I can't stay here for long. Not like with Master. But I can give you a brief bit of insight. If you wish to find Master,
Yeah.
then you will accompany the group of people that you have come in contact with today. They know more than you think.
I know more about what exactly.
You know more than you think, and they also know more than you think. A lonely path you walk, but it seems that your path has been conjoined with other
let me
souls.
think. I think. Yeah, it's quite odd that I see a group of, non-humans around here, and yeah, it's quite weird. But will I really find what I want to find with them?
A key will always find its way onto the lock in which it's meant to open. The lock has been placed, and now the key must find it.
But what about the if I were to go with them, what about the consequences? I have business to do as well, isn't it?
Perhaps the two are tied. Perhaps not at all. Perhaps you have to betray one in order to fulfill the other. Depends. Fate is in your own hands.
Uh, okay. And I'm gonna sit down and close my eyes and just think about what should I do? Think about what used to happen with my family part. Yeah. How my father ran away and how my sister is missing and stuff like that, and just think hard.
Maybe answers will come to you
Okay.
if you choose to stray from the path.
You know, if you know so much, if you know where are they right now, maybe I can.
This day you speak
Yeah.
of, they are locked away, far, far away, from influences that wish to not see them awaken. They are locked away at the place at which they were born, the place at which they became lost, and the
Where?
place at which they became reborn.
Okay. It is the person I'm finding.
The person you are meant to find.
I think we think of the same person. Okay. So,
You are-
but what about the group you're talking about? Is it the one that just came today?
I believe you know what group I'm talking about. The lock has been placed.
So, I'm just gonna think of it, and I'm gonna find out right now. So to find that, what are they up to, and what is the meaning behind those words? Yeah.
Those
Can I?
meanings you will have to find out for
Yeah.
yourself. No, by following these groups of people, I do think that the path will end up leading you to the answer anyway. I can't stay long. My connection to you isn't strong. But it seems that Master wills it that I come to you. And so I did.
Who is your master? I forgot to ask.
You know my master. You just don't know it yet. And the laughter fades as the
Oh my
face fades into blackness. Cryptic.
That is annoying, man.
Oh my god.
Next time I see him stabbing
I
him.
know. I'm going outside right now, just like flying over.
Okay.
Taking breathing.
Back to Udrik and Nepenthe, and for possibly the last sequence of events for the knights.
Wow. Wait, Nepenthe.
Yeah.
You never talk about like where you're from or anything. What do you mean? Like, you said you survived, but like, what exactly are you surviving from?
Well, you live long enough, you just start surviving everything. Life has happened a million times, so it's just the same thing over and over again, right?
A million times? Like, multiple people? Like, everybody's lived, you mean?
Yeah, and
Or, okay.
you live long enough, the same thing happens over and over.
Wait, I thought I was old. Wait, what? How long have you been living then?
Long.
Okay.
How long have you?
Go ahead, sorry.
A few hundred years, maybe. A little bit less. No, over 100 years at least. Actually, If I think really, 109 last month. I turned 109 last month. Actually, when I met everybody else in the boat, I was in the boat and my birthday was in the boat.
Happy birthday.
Oh, it's been a month. I don't think that counts anymore.
Well,
You have to get it next year, like on the circle.
when you've had over 400 of them, you just kind of stop celebrating on the day.
Over 400 G's. Man, how the fuck did I beat you? Oh, we're sparring again. You have 400. You have over 400 years on me. How the fuck did I beat you the first time around? That makes no sense.
Maybe
How
I
long have you
wasn't
been
trying.
fighting? Oh, okay.
Perception checks from both of you, and we're gonna now go into what the 2 that you rolled gets you. Oh,
Perception.
Nat 20. Ooh.
12. I'm too involved in this conversation, guys. I'm really overthinking everything. It's like,
You're like,
oh
I want the
shit, did you
number.
let me win?
I want the number.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking more of like, did you let me win? Fuck,
this
wait.
happens every time I try to pull this on players, by the way. An orphan runs up, like a small child, looks to be an orphan, with like the very, Oliver Twist archetype, thin, lanky, runs up from behind you. You hear the footsteps coming, you don't turn around. Udric seems oblivious. He reaches for Udric's Udric's pocket or pouch or anything that he has hanging off of him. As he does, you
probably be
you
like a pocket. Yeah.
grab his wrist and looks him directly in the eyes, and he's shaking where he is right now.
I give him a
Hey.
death stare.
I'm sorry.
Do you need money?
Yes.
Do you have friends?
I do. I have a sister. She's hungry as well. I'm also hungry.
I have a job for you.
Yeah, a job.
Oh, the kid killed the kid right out. Okay.
We're looking for a rusty gate next to a set of stairs.
A rusty gate next to it. Will you let me go if I tell you?
I'll let you go and I'll give you gold. If you're honest.
There's a set of particularly large gates that I've seen adults walk into, and they don't come back out. Sometimes, it's near where we stay. It's by a very dirty river that runs through town. I believe, because I've heard people talking about it, it's a place that goes down to the sewers. There's a few flights of stairs that go down from where the river lies into rusty iron gates. Is that enough?
Udric?
I've seen some very.
How old are you, kid?
very, I'm 5.
Your sister?
6 this year. My sister is also, we're twins.
What about your parents?
My parents are long gone.
Dad.
Please can you let me go now? Please. I was just looking for some money. We haven't eaten in days.
Here, you found some. My parents will give 5 gold.
Oh.
Now get on.
Bless your gracious soul.
Get better at stealing.
No. Wait, kid.
Um.
You know how to wield a dagger?
No, I don't think I will
Okay.
ever.
I have a tiny dagger. I have like a small dagger on me that I always keep on my wrist. I'll take it out and I'll be like here, in case you get into any trouble. Always stab for the gut.
Looks around like
Or the
very
nuts.
worriedly.
One of the two.
He make a general charisma check. He looks like he'll take it either way. I'm just trying to see how he takes
These
this
are
as.
my fortes.
Yeah.
Did
Just
I roll it?
If this
do you
kid
look-
takes the knife and stabs me, I'll stab you.
How you look in his eyes?
It's a tiny dagger.
He looks at you with a glimmer of respect and hope in his eyes. He looks like the kind of kid who wouldn't use this to chank people, but he takes it off your hands anyway, and like looks
Hey,
back at the yeah.
I got rations here. I give him all my rations. I don't need them. Like I have 3. Just
Bless
a
you,
bag.
kind souls. Lady of life and mercy preserve you. Thank you.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, kid.
Just starts
Learn
running
to
off.
thieve better.
Yeah. Pickpocket. You should go get like training, please.
Darts off
didn't
into
even
an
fucking-
With
alley.
his 5 gold.
5 gold
That-
and a
that's
full
gonna
3 days
feed him
full worth of
for
ration.
days.
That is 3 days worth
Hey,
of
keep
rations.
smart.
That is a lot
Yeah.
of rations. But I don't use them, so fuck that. I'll steal from her. It's
So
okay.
there you go.
How long of the night we still got? Because we can head to that fucking gate right now.
It's about
No,
4 a.m.
we're not going
Yes.
alone.
Let's
No.
go search the area. Let's just go look at it. Know where the area is. We don't know where the area is at, so
I'm
looking
not
for the
stealthy.
gates.
It's not gonna go well.
We can fly. We can fly.
Uh,
We can fly real fucking high. It's late. Nobody's gonna see us. We can fly really high. We just need to have an eagle's eye. Like we can just go up there.
we're flying over, and then we're going home.
I fucking take on my wings. Like, let's do it.
Make one.
Alright, you
roll.
got
It's a
anything that
little
might
bit
fall off you?
embarrassing.
It's not
Um,
embarrassing. If you fall, you can just dart off. Okay, right? Right?
Yeah.
I got feather
It's just
falling.
the
Doesn't
action
matter.
of being carried.
It's not carried. I'm holding you by your hand. Okay. It's like
Alright,
okay. Unless you want me to like
go.
put carry you like this. You know, like put my arms around you. Like
Go before I second guess it.
okay. I just pick you up like that. Just dart as far as I can.
Perception check. As
Yes.
I'll put this at about like half an hour to an hour of searching in the sky.
Oh, I have no visuals. Please roll higher than me.
Alright. Please. 16.
It's better. You have 60 feet of dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so if you're flying at a relatively medium altitude, it's going by.
We'll have
You
to.
see, you do see a river that runs down from the gates that lead off to the Sun Cove. A river that runs down through the gates and goes into a particularly dirty looking part of town. Looks to be either a scrapyard or a place where the city like throws away their garbage. Like a waste, the sort of disgusting. The smell hits you in the sky from here, and the river runs through a very very dirty pile of trash, and into some looks like sewage passageways down below. Roll another d6 for me.
Okay.
For every time you're pushing further into this search, I'm making you roll a d6 for the possibility of something to happen on a 5. Okay.
Oh no.
You start like cruising your way through the night sky of town. You do following the river along. You eventually come to a massive heap of junk, and looking past that, there's a small bridge that crosses the river. Looking down, there are flights of stairs that seem to go down from where the bridge is. So you found most likely the set of stairs that the woman was talking about. You do not see the iron gates, but do you go down? Is the question.
To the stairs.
I don't want to go down there.
How close are we to the stairs?
How far up are you flying?
Enough that she can see down to the floor, so I guess 60 feet up. She's the one that's looking, I'm kind of driving.
If you choose to go down the stairs, I'm gonna ask for stealth checks from both of you.
I so want to go down, and you know I want to go down, but I'm not gonna die alone, so.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, every Star Wars movie. Wait, I think I can help us.
It's not gonna go well.
Okay. I can make us outfits. It's gonna take me like 20 minutes, but I can get us outfits, and we can blend in with whoever sees us. We could look like them, ish, sort of, but we'll look like them.
But if it's those guys, they're gonna know. Because they know each other. It's not just gonna be two random people that they haven't met before in their order.
I have,
If we're going down there, it's going to be everyone.
Also, sun's coming up in about an hour and a half.
Yeah. We can't sneak around for much longer.
Okay. Quick question for like a rules thing. Message. It says as long as I know the creatures on the other side. I don't know the creatures on the other side, but can I believe that the creatures on the other side and like message through?
I don't
See if anybody.
believe so. No, it's targeted towards an individual. If you don't see anything behind the wall, then messaging into
So
the wall
it
is-
can go through walls, but I need to know that the player's behind it or the creature.
Yeah, you'd have to
Yeah.
locate at least someone behind the wall.
You have to have like a specific person in mind when you're doing it.
Thinking about the same guy. Just. Fuck. Alright, we know the area, right?
Yeah. We should go back.
Okay. Should we look at the the thing? Like, just look at it and then
If
like.
you want to go look, I'll stand at the top of the stairs. But I don't think me rolling a stealth check is a good idea.
I'm not gonna go down. I just want to like look at the stairs and like peek and be like, do I see like, you know?
If you want to fly me lower, maybe we can see more.
It's fine. That's fine.
Time flies, guys. It's already been an hour. and a half.
It's fine.
Okay,
If you
we're
don't
going
wanna-
back.
If you don't want to fight anybody, that's fine. Let's just go
Make
back.
a roll here real quick.
Oh
Let's
no.
start flying back. That's a 10. They didn't see shit.
Udric, what's your AC?
My AC is the 16.
A bolt goes past the left side of your wing
From what direction?
from down the
Shit.
stairs. You see.
Oh
couple-
shit! No, I
couple-
start bolting straight up.
Yeah.
Like the moment. Yeah, no, fuck that.
a
I'm trying to get
couple-
out of range.
Couple cloaked figures come like running out of the stairways and start looking around. You fly upwards, seemingly now out of their gaze. You hear a bit of commotion down there.
Okay. I'm so happy I'm in my form. Okay, I just keep bolting till I can't fly any higher, and then like go any direction.
Okay, go back to fly over the Sun Cove and go back to the inn.
Like over 200 feet if I can. Like I don't want anybody to have like any chance of hitting me.
You now find yourself back at
Have
the
air
the
forgive.
Sun Cove.
Okay. Land on the roof of the tavern.
Okay, it'll take you a bit
So-
more time flying, but you do fly across.
So Roddy,
Yeah,
I would have been awake by now, probably.
yeah. You weren't
I assume.
on that roof for long, were you? Xavier?
No, I stayed up there the whole night.
Oh, you were on the roof?
That was just where I slept.
Yeah, we were established that you were hanging out on the roof. Correct?
Yeah, so I fully see them coming, right?
You do, yeah.
Like we land like.
You realize, oh, mask is off.
No, am I awake by now? As soon as I'm awake, I put it
Yeah,
back
yeah,
on.
you
But
were. Mhm.
yeah, once I'm awake, I'll have it back on. But like, if I see them, like,
Make you a new outfit
So,
like ASAP.
lands on the roof is Udric, who is covered in sweat, and Nepent, who looks mildly upset.
What are you
Great. And
upset
what?
about? Wait.
I think she would just be masking a little bit of air sickness by being upset.
Okay.
Uh,
She looks a little green.
do you mind me making you a new outfit just in case? You know, like really, really like out there outfit. You know, like colors. Same outfit, just colors.
I'm
Just to,
sorry.
like,
Why are we flying in?
switch. Huh? Oh, we were at a brothel. You know, we were just I went to see Belle. She went to see somebody else. We wanted to go out for the night.
No, Beth, I just trust that he's a
Yeah.
liar in general. I'm not sure I trust that you are.
We were at a brothel all night. Yeah.
Can you trust that I'll tell you everything later?
Frozen?
Just gonna give you just like a dead eye stare and then back to Nepenthe. Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
If you don't
Are
mind
you
me,
guys safe?
go ahead. Sorry.
You guys okay? The very
Yeah,
least.
alright. Very fun night. Haven't like.
Again, just looking to Nepenthe to answer that.
It was a night.
It was crazy, you know, like fucking people hanging, like upside down people. It was like
I
torture
smack him on
tools
the back
came
of
in
the head.
handy. Ah.
Great. Well, I have things I need to do. I'm gonna go back down and I'll climb back down
Okay.
the
If you don't
into the
mind me
room.
moving things along, because we do have
Wait,
other people.
Nepenthe.
Yeah.
I want to smack you really hard on the like shoulder, like. Thanks for coming
Don't
with
even
me.
move.
Don't even move. No. I'm pretty. We're as strong as each other. What do you mean?
just for fun. Just for fun.
Yeah, but she takes it.
Just yeah. She does. Athletics check, Udric.
I get to do the athletics check.
Yeah, just for fun. She's taking it. She doesn't need to do an opposed roll.
Fucking I have a +3 and I roll a 2.
5.
I roll a fucking 2.
Nepenthe? Xavier
Supposed to be good at
punches
these.
Oh,
What
I
did
did
you
it. I did hit her harder at some point.
Yeah. Xavier hits harder
It's
than you.
probably his arms being tired from like carrying you across a mile
Carrying
of
her.
field.
That could help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If you don't mind me moving things along here,
Yes.
you
Go.
you eventually get back to your rooms for an extra couple hours of sleep. Do you? If you
Or
get
rest.
in 4 hours, Udric, I won't give you because you do
Oh,
have
yeah, I'm
that,
taking-
that Eldritch invocation, right?
No, not yet. Not yet. No,
Okay.
that's next. That's next. I took the dark vision. I didn't take the no sleep yet.
Got it.
So I'm
In that
like
case-
full on knocked out, like
it.
blanking.
Ronax, you awake to a partially gray morning sky. And some dank ass music, but you awake to like a gray morning sky. Looks a little cloudy today, kind of befitting of the mood that you're in. The soft humming of the machinery that you had constructed beside your bed just giving that warm magical glow. You open your eyes and in your hands you're still clutching like actually you don't have that with you anymore. You awaken with a very like heavy feeling. You get what I mean? You for a moment you instinctively reach into your cloak to try and grab for the document. It's like because you always check if it's there, but then you reach and grab it and it's not there anymore, and then you realize that the handoff has been made. Get what I'm saying? You're muted, by the way. But yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Hi, Mare.
Hi.
Sound cheerful.
I'm actually really sorry. I thought we were still on with Udric and
No problem.
Nepenthe and Xavier, so I had just answered my door.
Right. You you awaken to a very gray, cloudy morning sky, and with a very heavy-hearted feeling, you kind of try and reach and grab for the document in your cloak, since you always keep it there and you double check every morning when you wake up. But then you go to check and then you grab for it and it's no longer there, which affirms the that the handoff had been made and it wasn't a dream.
I like sigh. And I'm gonna look at my robot. Is it doing anything?
It's just silently like all down on all fours on the metal rug, and it's emitting this soft hum that you've grown used to these past few days.
What about time is it?
It's about
Is it like-
5:30 in the morning. Sun's just about to rise. It's still gray and cloudy.
I would like to get up and make a couple of Tinker's checks, if that's what you want, and see if I can finalize that gun design that I had mentioned
totally.
a couple weeks ago.
I'll ask for, because I don't have the gunpowder codex with me right now. When I moved, I lost it somewhere. But I'll ask you to make a Tinker's Tools check for me on finishing the draft.
It's actually just like on Reddit.
Okay.
If you want me to look at it really quick.
Yeah. Let's try double check. I'll double check as well. The rules of firearm creation. Sorry. But yeah, what are the rest of you up to this morning while I'm here and I look up the gunpowder codex?
Yeah, I was about to say. Xavier's gonna go find Ness if he's not in the room.
Yeah. So yeah, he would have come back and it's sort of you find him sitting cross-legged, looking half-lidded at the sunrise, kind of blissed out.
Oh, hey, Ness.
Oh,
Xavier like climbs into the
Morning.
window. Like, oh, hi. I've been meaning to talk to you. Sorry, I was.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
I pull out that letter that I've had. We haven't really looked at in a couple weeks. It's kind of like fold it over in his hands. So I think I was really excited about all this, whatever this means, but I don't know. I think I got very excited in Slumberlog, and the further out we go, the more that excitement turns into fear. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that this is a journey I'm supposed to take alone. But I think I'd feel better if I didn't.
Yeah. Oh, who told you had to do it alone?
Well, the secrecy of a letter that somehow got into a very private estate in Greenhaven seems a little isolated.
Does it say in the letter that you have to do it alone? 'Cause I'll tell you a secret. I'm not very good with the words, so I don't actually know what that thing says.
He'll pause and open up the letter and look through it. I guess not, but it's a fair point. Ness, do you want to go somewhere with me?
Yeah, okay. He just picks up his pack and stands. Okay.
Great.
Does it-
yeah.
should we take anybody else who is I find that sometimes it's a good idea to consider like the expertises that you need for like a job. Like, you can do all the reading. That is that is definitely you. I can do the like if there's anything that needs hitting with a big stick or standing in the way of, I can do that.
I think that we'll do just fine.
Right.
I think you're all the expertise I need right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna take
yeah,
Ness to reserve.
Yeah. Where did you say he was going again?
The place with the big books.
Right. Okay. And you want me to carry the books, right?
I'm not sure, if I'm honest, what I need from you, but I think we'll both figure that out in time.
Yeah. Well, maybe you could read some of them to me, and I could,
I would love
learn a little bit about what books has in them.
I would absolutely love to, Ness.
Yeah.
You two are convening down at the bottom level of the Scales Brewery. Ronax, on the second floor, you are trying to get up and just shake off the feeling that's been getting you down. Get to work for a little bit and maybe perhaps put something out. We already made one Tinker's Tools check at the end of the chapter, and I believe you rolled quite well on that. So for today, I'm gonna need you to make one more Tinker's Tools check, and with that, if the thing succeeds, you're gonna have to put down 175 gold pieces, if I'm calculating this correctly, as part of the
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was. Is it with advantage or without advantage?
Depends on the amount of time you want to spend on it. If you want to be extra careful with it, it's gonna take longer. If you want to see what you can get just out of this, the EDC isn't hard because you already made very, very decent progress during the week of travel between Slumberlock and here. So if you feel like there's anywhere you need to be, or if you want to accompany anyone else out anywhere today, to get it done right now.
I am going to. Okay, would this be too metagamey if I asked to see if I heard them walking down the hallway? Would that be like too metagamey?
I'm cool with it.
Make a perception check. I mean, the more the merrier.
Yeah, you're out.
I'm sorry. No, you don't. You don't.
Well, I guess I'm gonna take maybe not too long, but maybe like an hour or two.
Do we hear her going off on her inventions?
Where are you guys in relation to her? Because I don't mind it being like, oh hey, we heard Ronax, let's go. You could just have.
Oh, we walked by her door.
Okay. There is a dining space downstairs.
Well, look, Roddy, do we hear the inventions?
Kid, make a perception check, man.
Yes. I got you, Amir. I got a +2! 4!
Holy fuck.
Thank God, Ness.
21.
Ness, you heard it all the way from out front. You were talking to Xavier kind of in front of the building. You hear like some loose pieces of metal going
Well,
clack, clack, clack.
I think we were talking in our room, right?
If that's what you established, then
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
Is-
this is what
is-
you do.
It's a mere cleaning dishes.
100%
'cause I
crashed
feel
in
like-
your room. I'm 100% in one of the beds, like knocked out. Just an
Yeah.
FYI. Like I went behind like Aurora and I just like dropped onto a bed and just like did not
Gone.
give a fuck. So I'm like in between all
I'm not
that.
sleeping.
They
I'm
take our
getting
bet.
my morning drink.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that,
What
Joe?
the fuck are
I'm
you
at the
wearing?
bar. A blanket. I'm cold.
It's like-
So as we walk past Ronex's door, I'll just go. Is Ronex cleaning dishes? Because I think in a place like this they will do that for you.
Oh, is she awake?
Yeah, I think so.
Ronex,
Or do you want
give
to
me
ask her if she wants to come with us to the book place? Because that seems like more, to be honest, it does seem like kind of more the thing which she would be into.
Yeah.
Me. Then I am happy to come along. But I think she might be. I've seen her with books before, so.
I was
bet.
thinking about it. I kind of thought she needed some sleep. She looked a little tired yesterday with everything that went on. I'll walk up to her room.
Yeah, I
Knock
would
on the
say
door.
at this point you are steps away, moments away from completing the draft, and so I'm gonna need you to make that Tinkerer's Tools check, right as Xavier comes up to knock the door. That's enough.
I give the help action through the door.
The collective DC for both of the rolls is 20, not that bad. You already rolled higher than a 10 for the first time you did. I don't remember the exact number, but I do know that it's higher than 10. And so both of these collective rolls combined expend 175 gold worth of resources, and you have yourself a new piece of firearm.
Oh fuck! I was thinking that you'd have me like go out and like buy the materials and then
No,
bring
just-
them
just
back
for
and
the
then.
sake of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
we had a shopping episode last
Yeah.
episode. It's fair to
That's
say that
fair.
you
Okay.
you
Well,
took the time.
We'll just stay off camera. I collected some shit.
Yeah,
How much?
exactly.
175.
Renax.
As you just like a light bulb goes off, ping, and then you put you like, oh, this goes here, and you clack the final piece together right as you're like the proudness almost sets in as you're staring at it, and then you hear a loud bang at the door. Well, not
Almost
loud,
drop it.
Yeah. It's just
You
like,
almost drop it.
Yes. Yes.
Ness and I are gonna go out. Would you like to come with us?
Yeah. Xavier is going to explain books to me.
That is part of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Give me just a moment. Just a moment. You could come in if you like.
Okay.
And she's gonna like pick up and try and shuffle paperwork and
like
clean up.
straighten her coat and like adjust posture, typical Ronax.
When I come in, because I'm basically the godfather of the machine that has been unnamed, does he like wag his tail? Does he get excited?
It's a machine.
Does he get excited, Roddy?
He raises his neck and goes.
I pet him. I give him scratches just like underneath the chin.
The neck moves a little bit. You don't know if it's like a stimulated response or whether the petting actually makes it feel something.
Okay, I will say, Ronax, this is one thing we have to work on.
I'm sorry. What? And she's like trying to like roll up her tinker's tools into a
Just
bag.
looking over to her, just still scratching his head.
You look at the
I mean, like,
workbench
it's just-
and it's just plastered with oil and grime and just.
Ooh. What were you working on?
Oh, this. I was out almost all night last night. I don't know, I couldn't really settle my head, so I decided to sit down after I woke up and really put my nose to the grindstone, as one would say.
Well, that sounds pretty painful. Did you need some healing for that? Because that is not a thing that I would recommend doing.
Oh no. It's just a how would I explain this? It's
Ness, remember the
It's one of-
things we were talking about? Yeah, the things that weren't real.
Right. Okay.
it's
Yeah.
it is an example, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'm not actually putting my nose to a grindstone.
Mm-hmm.
A metaphor is what it's called.
Okay.
A figure of speech.
So, what was you
Anyway.
putting your nose to?
The table works. You could.
Okay.
Yes. And then
Yeah.
I pull up what is essentially a double-barreled hand shotgun with a flint wheel in the middle for ignition.
Is this in the same kind of design as the first one? Where's like the dragon fire almost design?
Yes, like aesthetically, yes.
Yeah, aesthetics cool.
Ronax,
Whoa.
we'll go with
Right.
what you had given me stat block wise. However,
Is
since
that-
this is the first version of this design and you haven't seen this kind of firearm anywhere else, you did say this. It is gonna have a misfire score of 3, which can be improved upon later with more like improving the design or adding on can lower the misfire score by maybe 1 or 2 more. But as of right now, it does have a misfire score of 3.
Okay.
Is that like a boomstick? Is it like
I
what
imagine
is?
it's like a
It's a
sawed-off-
small.
Yeah.
What am
it's
what am I
small.
looking at?
I didn't
Yeah.
make a design for this one because I've just been like insanely busy
Yeah.
the last
Oh
one.
yeah. I'm asking a character.
Oh,
Guns aren't a normal thing. What am I looking at?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
My head is everywhere right now. Well, this is designed to eject these, and I hold up a cartridge, and this is full of
Yeah.
gunpowder.
Is that what you have
slide-
to feed them? Is that what you have to feed them to make them bigger like that?
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah, well, it took me a while to figure out what to feed Snowfeather as well. I switch it behind the ears.
It's so adorable.
I'm sure, Rolex, you probably want to test it out, but we are going to the reserves if that interests you.
Oh, yes. I always find myself very much more relaxed in the company of books versus
People? Yeah, same. Yeah, we should get going. I have a lot I need to do there.
yes. Let's be on our way.
You walk down to the dining area and like you almost don't see her because she blends in so well with the darkness, but you look kind of adjacent to the door is Nepen sipping tea.
It is an ale. I don't drink tea.
It's ale? This
I was gonna
early?
say that
Yeah.
doesn't feel like an
Jeez.
event thing.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah. She's slamming down a tall one. At 6 a.m.
Just one. It's breakfast. Just one. Breakfast beer.
Mark down 2 silver pieces. Just
Okay.
As we're walking by, I guess I'll just say, Nepenthe, we're going to the library. I don't think that interests you at all, but it's out there.
Do you want me to come?
I'm afraid if I say no, you'll hit me again.
I only hit you once.
Yeah, but it really hurt.
in the
It hurt a lot more than most of the things that have ever hit me, which is like 3 things.
Maybe I should still come.
I
Do you want me to get Udric?
again, I'm afraid if I say no, you'll hit me again.
I'm not going to hit you.
Okay, then yeah, I don't know if he has interest in books. He doesn't really seem the learned type, but if you would like to, you guys are all welcome. I'm not sure if we can entirely get in. I think I can, and if I can, I believe you can. So
I'll
What
just,
happened?
I'll go offer.
Okay.
I finish
Uh,
the ale and I'll go try to wake up Udric.
Udric, it's been about 3 hours since you started sleeping. Not even 3, like 2.5. You hear a knock at the door.
We're gonna go read.
I don't hear shit. Just an FYI. I'm not. Unlike me in real life, he is knocked the fuck out. He's like one of those heavy ass sleepers at the moment.
Yeah.
He hasn't slept in 24 hours, so you're gonna have to like push him or something.
Alright, I will go in and I'll punch him.
What? That's the nicest way you're gonna wake somebody up?
No,
It
I just
automatically
shake him.
hits because while sleeping you're
Oh
conscious.
yeah, it's a critical fucking hit, dude.
I
That
mean,
shit hurts.
boom.
it's not a.
You are abruptly woken up from the nicest sleep. It's like it's chilly outside, drizzling a little bit. You know, it's that kind of morning. It's just impact to the arm. Boom. Eye shoots like awake.
Hey. We're gonna go read. Do you want to come or do you want to sleep?
For fun?
Pretty sure.
Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Oh, that's so awful.
Okay. See you later.
Yeah.
So just leave.
Bye.
That's so
That's enough of an
good.
answer.
That's so good. Okay. You okay, let me just get the just a couple of things.
Going to the reserve.
Yes, you are. And to the library you go.
If I would have been playing my other character, 100% would have gone to the reserves, guys.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
embodying.
trying to find some street meat on the way.
Yeah, I'm not sure where you're going. You're just like, with your little Nepenthe glasses, just.
I'm going because I don't have to sleep anymore. You do.
Yeah,
I don't wanna
lucky.
just
I've
sit
been trying to
wasting money on
practice
ale.
not sleeping. I've been practicing my not sleeping. It's not working really well, as you can see. I've been trying to meditate. I've been practicing the meditation, but it doesn't really work well for me. I'll get it one day.
Yeah, I'd say each of you could mark down 4 silver pieces for breakfast as you're kind of walking
Street
through
meat.
town. I
Cool.
haven't really been keeping track of spending money on food, but I try to when I can. It's gonna make you appreciate those silver pieces a bit more.
It's fine. I'll go with it.
Yeah. Okay, so you find a
Cool.
few like sticks of corn, like just grilled corn, or you can also find like some.
What an
pork.
odd breakfast.
Yeah, just you find like a porridge bowl, that's really unique.
I'm more down for the porridge.
Yeah. So it's this porridge bowl. It's a mostly like rice based dish. It's like rice soup. It's really sloppy and gelatinous, and it's got like a full like raw egg yolk on top. With
I feel like you're trying to describe grits.
not so
Yeah.
much. Not so. It's more sticky and gooey than grits. It's got like shavings of ginger and like pork meatballs.
Cool. We have breakfast, so then I don't know. Xavier's like scarfing it down. He doesn't really care. He's more
Bland
interested
but good.
in
Bland but good. Golf, you know
Going to the
what
reserve.
dish I'm talking about. Anyway, you do make you kind of it's the cobalt reserves are hard to miss. It's got the emblem of the cobalt soul right smack dab on one of its buildings. It is, however, surrounded by a series of tall iron fences. That symbol right there. Yep. Very very handy.
Huh?
It is from looking around, looks to be a collection of buildings belonging to the Cobalt Soul rather than a singular library. Almost as if you're walking through, university gates. That kind of feeling.
Ah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um. Yeah. Imagine, if you will, the X-Men house. I can't remember for the love of me the
Oh,
name
okay.
of the place. But
Xavier's School for the Gifted.
yes, that's the one. Yep. It's kind of like red bricks with steel fences coming off the top, and then like a very fancy looking building. And next to that is a massive tower with the emblem of the Cobalt Soul just on it.
Hmm.
A sign points towards the reserve being the taller of the two buildings. But there are you look around, there's a few more rich looking but also younger looking Ryfudians, humans. They're carrying books in their arms, kind of one's rushing by with a piece of toast in their mouth. Uh, you know, college. It's most likely a college or a place of study of some sort.
Yeah.
So you arrive in front of the Cobalt Reserves. There is a monk here manning the front. It's kind of like buzz cut hair, holding a quarterstaff, very muscular human male. Um,
Hello.
Hello. You have
I have business with Archbishop.
Archbishop Fenrisondo. You perhaps have
Yes, I do.
the document to certify that you indeed do have the permission to enter the reserves.
None that you would need to see.
I would insist that I be able to see the documents, because it is my job to
Again.
let visitors in. Not everybody gets to tread the Cobalt Reserves.
I understand that much, but it is quite a restricted access. If you wouldn't mind, I'm perfectly happy to wait outside for a while. If you wouldn't mind telling the Archbishop he has wisdom to impart
He should be
upon me, I
making
would
his
very much
way
appreciate it.
down from the reserves relatively soon. At this point, also, Akil, you start making your way down from your room.
Yes.
You come across the Archbishop Fenris Ondo, this very good-looking blonde human male, very fine features, a little older than 20. No, a little bit older than like middle 20s. You reckon maybe 30, at most 35. It looks very very knowledgeable. He's got these long flowing white robes with the symbol of with Openser, the Lord of Reason, emblazoned in the center. It's got these like very very Pope-like attire, minus the hat.
Ah.
No, he needs the hat.
Okay.
He's also got a pair of small round spectacles sitting on his nose. Pass him on the way down and says, good morning, Akil. Up early today.
Good morning, sir. Yes. Last night, after I finished giving the guide to the group of people, I went straight to the bed so I can wake up early.
On duty, on time, as always. But
Yes.
I'm going to have to ask you to continue to look after these group of people. They have done the city a great service, and the High Rook himself has ordered me to have you put a close eye on them. Not particularly sure what he meant by close eye, but just keep a watch.
Yes. Yes. I was going to find them also. So yeah, I'm going to look after them.
All right, would you
With
like
my
to come
eyes
with? I am
closed.
just making my way out to enjoy some morning air.
Okay. Have a good day, sir.
All right. Not leaving, or are we? Have you had food? Coffee, maybe?
Coffee would be fine.
Right, need not be so
Wait.
formal with me, you know? You've been under my care for, what was it, 2 months now? Good.
I'm still not used to for people being nice to me, so I don't know how to act.
That's an awful shame. You're a nice person.
Yes.
Instead, like, walk down the spiraling stairs together. He'd like make small talk. You know, is the room okay? Everything is comfortable. We're sorry we couldn't get you a bigger, more spacious room.
It is nice. This is enough. It's better than what I had at my house.
Are the monks treating you all right?
Yes, the monks is treating me right, but I'm quite concerned that why do I stay with the monk exactly?
Well, your research is useful to the Cobalt Soul, and you are a knowledgeable individual, and we were more than happy to take you on as part of an agreement with Ruben Ridge, the place of study within Dendolith was quite insistent on sending one of their foreign students here, and so you being our first exchange, I thought you deserved at least a little bit of hospitality, or at least what I could give you, and I hope I'm being a good host at the very least.
Yes, you are being a good host, and the monks are treating me quite well, actually. Yes.
Have you been keeping up with your training? Everything going all right?
Of course, I never miss my training a day. Yes. Well, last night something weird kind of happened.
Something weird. You had a bad
I
dream?
think it's not like a bad dream. It's more like a hallucination because I'm sure I was awake.
Strange. This is interesting. Are you sure you're getting enough sleep and being awake at the right times? For students, it's very important that you maintain a regular cycle of sleep and maintain a relatively balanced level of stress. Because yes, I know that you're hardworking, but
of
don't
course.
work yourself too hard.
Yes, I'm having more sleep than I usually had. Yes.
Tell me, what is perhaps the matter with this hallucination?
Well, it's nothing serious. It's just like it's nothing. You don't have to mind it so much.
If you say so, but my office doors are always open at the college if you ever wish to come say hi.
Okay.
So let's get some coffee, shall we? Leads you down to in front of the halls where you see a group of people gathered at the entrance of the Cobalt Reserves. About two monks stationed by, just watching them, and the beak, the very good sense of smell that you have as an Arakalka picks up the scent of the party you were with yesterday.
Oh,
I assume I see the
wave a
bishop
bit.
hearing.
Hi.
Oh yeah, Akil rushes up, walking alongside a very long-robed figure.
Xavier doesn't mean to do it, but it's kind of rude when he kind of ignores Akil and talks to the bishop.
It's just Xavier rushes by and says, "Oh,
Yeah.
Hello. You are?"
Hi. A member of the group of adventurers that assisted the oligarchy recently. I was hoping to speak with you, Archbishop.
You are the group that had brought in the corrupt rook, was it?
Yes.
Oh, pardon me.
That was
I
us.
do not involve myself much with the politics of the rooks and the knights, but welcome to the Cobalt University and the reserves. You are
You wouldn't
looking
expect you
at
to.
me as if you need something from me.
Sort of. Yeah. Would you mind if I could speak with you for a moment alone?
Make a persuasion check.
10. Pick.
1 second. Boom. It kind of looks around and says, "I do not see why we are unable to have a conversation in front of other people." No.
Well, I've been told from friends of mine that you have certain wisdom you can impart upon me.
Well, the bishop's wisdom is imparted upon all. I would need to ask you to be more specific on what guidance you are looking for. I serve not only the knowledge of the people, but also the religion. To which faith do you belong, if I may ask?
I'm not the most faithful, if I'm honest, but
I do understand. Faith is not for everybody, especially, well, the more studied, but do realize that here within the Cobalt Reserve, faith and knowledge often overlap. It would be good to combine the two in your studies.
Pardon me.
yeah, I
Hello, young lady.
I do, if I may interrupt for just a moment.
Of course.
As a student of Openser, I believe that this gentleman here embodies the spirit of his wishes.
Then perhaps the Lord of Reason did indeed guide you here for a reason. Though I do know that while I do contain the power to allow you into these halls and peruse our books, I need a valid reason in order to do so, and not simply because a young man and a young woman and some very friendly looking people had approached me in the morning saying that they have to talk with me.
does the letter I have? They don't give any information really. So does it have a seal or anything? I forget.
It doesn't, but it's written in such a way where, you know, the writing in and of itself could be considered a seal.
Yeah, I'll just hand him the letter and just say, I was hoping to be slightly more discreet, but this is the easiest route.
Illusory script. Well done.
Yeah, I'll wave. I guess I'll wave my hand to allow him to read what's actually written on it.
I love, kind of, looks at the piece of paper for a little bit. Like, looks around left and right. I see.
You can see why I was hoping to be slightly more discreet. Then I'll look around
I understand.
here.
From where do you hail from? If I may ask.
Greenhaven.
As far as Greenhaven. So you crossed the Lorei'an forest to get here.
It was quite the journey, yes.
And you, young lady, you do not look from these parts. Where do you hail from?
Oh, it's not, and I'm like waving my hands at Xavier.
Has like
I'm-
narrows his eyes.
I'm just from across the pond. Pardon me.
And if by the pond you mean the ridiculously large pond that divides our 5 nations, then there's a few places in mind where your kind would come from. Akil, are you common with their kind? Like waves Akil over.
What kind? I did not listen to your
Dragonborn.
conversation. I'm sorry.
There should be plenty of
yes,
Dragonborn down in
if I-
Ridge.
Yes, but yeah, I have only experienced some of Dragonborns. I did not get to experience outside world much, but yeah, I do know some of them.
Strong, prideful people, but also very knowledgeable. Hundreds of years, no,
Yeah.
decades of knowledge.
Yes.
Looks around.
Cultural sense. How cultural sense, I do not know about them much, but if you asking about physiologically, I know most of it.
Make an insight check, Xavier.
Okay. I was about to say, it doesn't really seem what he was saying. 18.
18. Yeah, you look through the smiling visage of the man. He is not at all looking to be like in the same shady department as the High Rook, but the small talk that he constantly makes, there's a layer
I hate it.
underneath, and it seems to almost be it's almost as if he talks while thinking, and so he uses that as like a front to figure out what to do next, or he uses it as like a cover up for something he knows.
Does he understand what I'm saying?
Most
Or am I just,
definitely,
again, talking to the
from
wrong
the
person?
change in his attitude, he knows what's going on.
Okay, good.
Walks up to you, Xavier, puts a hand on your shoulder, says, and judging from what I have mentioned, I think the history section will be largely of your interest.
History is quite always an interesting subject.
Indeed,
Of course.
history, there are thousands, if not more, many thousands of years of lost time that we still do not know about. And so here we do seek the goal of finding out what we can, and may that knowledge be the guiding light that the Lord of Reason provides all of us. Please, I've been wasting enough of your time. You and your friends are officially allowed into the Cobalt Reserves by my name, and by my name only. And should any of you be asked by any of the monks, or perhaps if you get the pleasure of meeting Expositor Skylar, do tell them that you are within my welcome. Please, make your way inside.
Of course. Thank you.
He kind of tugs at the back of your cloak, Xavier, as the others walk in.
Cool. I'll stay behind.
He says,
I'm following.
as you all walk into the archives, he gives a quick whisper saying, "More kindling for the pyres of history, I see. Will you be burned away completely? Or will you remain as ash for time itself to witness your everlasting presence?" Like,
I hope not to be burned, but
puts both his hands like kind of up, and says, kind of in a welcoming gesture, and says, "You may not know what I am saying right now, but to learn the truth, you must look behind all veils. Truth only comes to those who observe, analyze, make judgments, and act upon said judgments. Do have your fun with the history section." Gives you a wink. "Give my greetings to the college."
of course.
Walks out.
I'll have that regal look, and as soon as he leaves, I'm like, oh my god, and then I run inside.
The Cobalt Reserves are about, the picture shows 2 stories, but there's about 4 or 5 stories of just bookshelves, each very clearly labeled, history, fiction, biographies, maps. There's all sorts of not only interactable pieces of elements within the reserves, like a wind-up clock, a globe, several portraits, but the books here are very, very neatly organized, very, very quiet within these halls. Everybody's giving both privacy and respect to one another, sitting down and reading here.
Cool. I am going to kind of begin. Xavier starts picking up books and kind of gathering a small pile to begin researching, and he kind of takes over a table and sets his books down there.
Ness is just like has his hands out to carry books for Xavier.
Yeah. And then I think at some point Xavier realizes that Ness is going to be following him throughout, and he just goes, Ness, would you mind putting the books on our table over there?
Yeah, I can do that.
Also, just from
Oh,
passive
I'll make a pretty
perception,
stack.
just from passive perception, you would know, because they're making it very obvious. But there's a monk that has their eyes on you at all times. There's at least 5 per every story, and so there's always a monk watching you. What books you take, they you see the quick glance in their eyes, noting down from which section of which column a book was taken. And even when you're sat down reading, they have their eyes trained on you at all times. Akio is, of course, also there, and having Akio's presence there lessens the tension, if ever so slightly, but is still a person from the inside. I'm gonna go around asking what
yes.
each of you are trying to research and what Akio is also doing.
I'm gonna go up to Ness and ask if he need help carrying the books.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got all the books. Now I have them handled. But I was wondering, like, what sort of things is in these?
They are, if I remember correctly, it's from history section, probably.
Okay.
I'm not good with those, but
yeah.
it
Does
is
all
about what? It
does
is
all
about
books have
people.
stories in? Does all books have stories in like that?
No. If you come with me, I can
Right.
show you some books about make some about plants and rocks and birds.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, well, I actually has a question. Do you have anything about like plant diseases? Because I've
Yes,
got
of course.
a
Yes.
thing that I've. Yeah.
I actually am researching about plants and their pharmaceutical, and their medical properties. That is my part of my research.
Right. What's a medical property?
It's like plant heal people. I do which
Oh
plant
yeah.
heals better.
I can tell you some stuff about that. I know there's a bit of tree magic, but the thing I was wondering is, does you know of a plant like disease that could turn like a big bit of forest into like just a muddy like wasteland, as far as that I could see in like a night.
Can I do the medicine check or
Make
nature
a
check?
nature check.
What the fuck did he just ask for?
Yeah.
That is,
Oh my god. Do I know this? Raji?
Nature. You're just making sure. Asking Joel, the player here. You're specifically referring to the case in
Yes.
Greenhaven.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, not the petrified woods you had encountered in Slumberlock, correct?
Correct.
You have researched a particular dosage of poison that is very, very effective. It's called. Oh, fuck, I guess it's got it in my notes here somewhere. It's called the Black Rot. And just a very, very small infection of an area can spread out to miles, devastating everything within. It's very, very rare cases, as specimens cannot be found in areas that aren't heavily forested. And you do know for these kinds of poisons to be very prevalent in lizard folk culture.
Well, why do you ask?
Oh well, I
Yes.
mean, it is a thing that I've seen, and I it doesn't really seem natural. It's not. It's a thing that I've only seen once, and I was wondering, like, is that a thing that has happened in other places, and where might those be, and and what did them?
Well, stratification is not quite common, but you can find a lot around the world. Well, for example, I my friends used to have this certain kind of poison that when you put it on a dagger and stab in someone, they will become a rocks.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen anyone become a rock before. Do they get better?
I never. I don't know if they come better. I never seen them after they become our stone.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll look out for that one. If I see it happen to anyone, then I'll know what did that. But yeah, if you knows anything about the big poison thing, then I should.
Well, you can ask the Archbishop or other Cobalt monk in here as well, because maybe they are like knowledgeable
Yeah.
other
Okay.
field
Then,
other
right.
than I am.
So Ness goes around and asks the same question to every single monk
Yeah,
that
so
he
make
sees.
a quick investigation. Actually, would this be an investigation? Yeah, I'm gonna make this an investigation check.
Oh boy. Oh boy. -2, everyone. Oh, but 15.
Ooh.
A 15. Okay. You eventually come across a monk which leads you to a section on diseases and poisons. It's kind of like a subsection of medicine, and it's just a very intimidating 10-foot stretch of books within this department.
Yeah, I'm looking up at shelves that are bigger than I am.
Do you need assistance in finding any particular book of any subject?
Yeah, so there is this poison that comes from lizard folk that Akil said was called black rot. And I was wondering if any of these books has things in about that.
I might be able to find something on that. Climbs on top of a ladder. Like it's a ladder on wheels. It's very
Yeah.
it's very cool. And so it like pulls the ladder over, climbs on top to one of the top shelves, start looking around. Looking for what I could give you here is perhaps a book on the lizard folk tribes and their application of poison in warfare.
Yeah.
I could also give you some information on Yuan Ti Poison, who are relatively close to lizard folk and are constantly in struggles of power. They are also very, very skilled extractors of poison and disease.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that sounds like some things that I might want to learn about. Yeah.
Very well. Please do keep these in very good condition. It hands you a
Okay.
book on lizard folk.
Yeah.
Like a kind of lizard folk are very guerrilla warfare based tribes people, and so they use like slash and burn tactics and quick poisonings.
Well,
yeah.
Well, I don't find that out straight away.
Yes.
Because what I do is I open the book. Well, first I look over at the corner of my eye to see what Xavier is doing. I see that he has the book open, and so I trace my finger along the line like he's doing.
Oh, yeah.
And then nothing really much seems to happen, so I go over to Xavier to ask for help.
Right. As we're getting to that, I'm gonna ask perhaps Nepenthe first whether you'd like to research on any particular topic, or if
I am, yeah,
Mhm.
I'm going to try to find out who the goddess was that visited me in the cemetery.
Yeah, so it's on a whole other like section from where these two are, but you make your way across up to the highest floor where they keep all the books and religious reliquaries on deities. And so you ask around. I'm gonna ask for an investigation check as well, just for why not. Then.
10.
Difficult. You're not used to seeing like these many book spines, and they're all letters, so it's just a wall of letters. And even though you've reached the shelf that contains deific information, you're not quite sure where to start to look for anything that specific. Though you ask around, people can start pointing you towards the Frost Maiden, or perhaps some of the more feminine deities like Charlindlar, the Lady of Life and Mercy, Beshaba, the Maid of Misfortune. But yeah.
Okay, then I think she's just gonna read as much as she can get in before Xavier wants to leave.
Alrighty. Yeah, we'll get back to you on that. Just making a quick note here of researching. Awesome. Okay. Ronax.
Gosh, I'm gonna walk in and I'm gonna take a couple minutes to just kind of sit down at a table and just take in the Cobalt Reserve. And while everybody's doing their thing, I'm gonna keep an eye on them. I'm gonna just kind of see if anybody needs help, I guess, since I think I'm the most comfortable person aside from Xavier in this situation, but I know that he's looking for something in particular. So
You go and sit down at the table opposite Xavier, and you close your eyes and breathe in. You don't know what it is. Perhaps it's the smell of paper. Perhaps it's the shuffling of pages, the flipping of paper, or maybe it's the cool air that every library has to maintain the quality of the paper and the books. Maybe it's being surrounded on walls that are just absolutely filled with books. But this brings back a lot of memories. And you feel at home and peaceful. And you just feel all your worries just melting away.
Do I see if anybody needs like help?
At this point, Xavier, make a investigation check for me.
Okay.
Yeah. If you'd be able
I will
to
say-
narrow down your research topic for me too as well, as to what you're looking for.
Yeah. 12. I suck. So Xavier is starting. He similar to Runax. For Xavier, at least, he grew up with like one very private library. So like this is much more expansive and populated. So I think he spends the first couple minutes just kind of walking through the halls of books, just like running his hands across the spines for a little bit, just kind of taking it in. Then he's gonna look for like first, just because I know Ness probably isn't able to read any of the things here. He's gonna start by looking for a picture book.
Yeah, with a 12 you can find a picture book easy.
All right, first gonna get a picture book. Hopefully something with plants or like dinosaurs.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, so what I want to do, it like kind of takes a couple hours, where he kind of. So I know the history section is where I need to find something, but what I do is I don't stay in the history section. If that makes sense.
Mhm.
He kind of goes to different sections, and then always comes back to the history section, looks for a little bit. If he can't find it, keeps going and like goes to different sections just to make it look like his research is more expensive than it actually is. But what I'm looking for is a book on ashes or lost history, or something like that.
Okay. First, I'll address it one by one. You're able to find like a very basic like scientific plant anatomy book for Ness. It's just like you open up and it's like what's inside the leaves of like a dandelion, for example. How do plants grow? Um, it's very very scientific, but mostly pictures. It's like 50% text, 50% picture. And there's another like it looks to be a children's book where it's a dinosaur book where it's like this children's story where a child walks into the forest and like makes friend with a very tall stegosaurus, and she rides on the back of the stegosaurus and they go on adventures together.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
Steggy and I
the book is called The Land After Time.
hate you.
That's the best
All
I
right.
can come up with, man.
I bring The Land After Time to Ness
Yes.
with the plant anatomy book.
Oh yeah, this one. So I don't know what it is, but this one seems to be working for me because I can understand what's in this. But the other ones, I don't know if they are broken or whether I'm doing something wrong. But like this, I
Broken.
get So on this, I've seen one of these. They're not this color though. They're more sort of reddish brown.
Yeah, these books kind of usually just kind of emphasize different colors. I don't know. They don't really look at reality too much.
Yeah. Well, is there anything that I can do with this? Like, like the two big heavy books.
Oh.
Like a little bit of dust just.
Begin siphoning through it and go like, oh, this is gonna take a while. I would love to help you with this, but I think Ronax would love to help you with this.
Okay.
Ronax.
Hello.
Yeah, relax. You're like sitting there
Hello.
with your eyes closed, and like the table kind of shakes a little bit as Ness's huge body squeezes into a chair. It sits next
Oh
to you.
goodness. Do be careful. These are quite delicate.
Okay. Yeah. So the man over there in the robes said that there was some things in here about like a thing called a wanty and a thing called lizard folk. And I don't know what the first one is, but there was like a story. You see this like the lizard, big lizard that it says. What was it called again, Xavier?
Which one? The lizard
Yeah,
folk?
the big lizard.
Oh, a dinosaur.
Hold up the dinosaur. Yeah, one of them. Well, so there was a story of a lizard person that was like one of these, but smaller and walking around, and that they lived in the old ruins, deeper into the jungle from home. But I've never seen one myself. But apparently this is like a whole book with lots of things about them in.
All right. Do I know anything about lizard folk or Yonti?
Make a history check. I'm gonna say count this in. I'll let you make this advantage as you're kind of like flipping through the pages as well as trying to
Yeah.
scour your mind on what's going on.
It's a history check.
Oh yeah, a good thing it's advantage, because you do know that you've studied this at that in more heavily forested and dense areas of Lorei'an. Tribes of lizard folk warriors are constantly at war with half snake people called the Yuan-Ti. So like reptilian kind of humans, but not really folk, and they live in these like almost Aztec style pyramids. And Ness, you would know this because I already explained it to you. But just as a person growing up in tribe, um, lizard folk are very, like I said, guerrilla based in their warfare. They sabotage, they slash and burn, they run in, steal, destroy, make quick trips out. There are poisons related to lizard folk. They aren't particularly strong or fast acting poisons, because lizard folk would prefer to rush their enemies, beat them, and then come out without resorting to, you know, poisons or diseases. There are that which exist, and one that has plagued lizard folk culture for a very, very, very long time. You are unsure if this is speaking about the same case within the Greenhaven Dominion that you are familiar with. The other book is a detail on the Yuan-Ti mastery of extracting venom and poison, which is very, very interesting, because Yuan-Ti live in these very sophisticated nests and hives, and Ronax is explaining to you as this goes along. Very sophisticated colonies deep underground, sometimes in mountains, sometimes in pyramids, and they raise all kinds of poisonous animals. You know, panthers with snakes coming out of their back. There's more powerful Yuan-Ti folk who can just make something poison just by a flick of a finger if they choose to. They also farm hydras. And you know that the venom of a hydra is extremely, extremely potent. However, it eludes you a little bit, and there's nothing relatively involved with any sort of mass spreading forest plague, if you catch what I mean. It's more like the general usage of what these two races use poison for, and not like a specific case study of what has happened.
Yeah.
Ness.
So I imagine. Yeah. By the way, Ratty, before we get into that, I imagine that that some of that is like that. What little I've heard of that has come through like oral tradition stories.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And so I might have heard some stuff about the snake people.
Oh,
now that someone's described them.
I'd be willing to bet that you've seen some as well. Like lizard folk raids are fairly common. They avoid tribe because you guys are large and powerful, but you have seen lizard folk like running around burning entire portions of forests. You've seen Yuan-Ti riding on panthers before. It's you see it from time to time.
I think I would have heard about it. I haven't seen it.
That would be up to.
Ness hasn't seen any of those of that stuff.
No problem. Okay. Yeah. Ronax?
Yeah.
Ness, why exactly? And do not get me wrong, I am more than happy to help you figure out all of these things, or help you kind of transition to learning how to read if that's what you want. But what exactly is it? Are you looking for?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. What it is that I'm trying to figure out is what it is that happened to home.
To home? Was there some kind of the illness of sorts?
Well, it was a little bit quicker than that.
Would you mind describing it to me?
Yeah. All right. So, how it is like I woke up in the night this one time, and there was a whole bunch of screaming, and my
If this is
okay,
hard for you, I didn't realize.
yeah, well, it is. I mean, it's fine, but I mean, it's been a while since I've had to think about it.
Nice if you need to sit.
I'm gonna like put my hand on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll my I woke up in the night and I saw my my friend Rushko and he was screaming about something and like he was dragged away. And then my Amal came to me and she gave me this and I put my hand on the wooden pendant around my neck, and then she told me to go and push me in the river, and then the next thing I knew, it was the next morning, and when I came back, everything was gone, and it was black.
I'm gonna look at Xavier with like a shocked expression.
And then I followed the river up to the Elf City, and I was wondering. And then I came to the big Elf City, and then I found Xavier in the Penth, and then we saw the buildings with being made with the singing, and then we came down to Slumberlow, and then we met all of you people, and then we came down here.
Ness, how long before you met me did all of this occur?
It was some days and some nights. I wasn't really keeping track of time that well.
No, I wouldn't expect you to.
I'm so sorry. I truly did not realize I thought that. All right. So I want to help you with this problem because it seems extraordinarily important.
Yeah.
And so, what did when you say that everything was gone and that it was black? What do you mean?
You know how when you leave, let's say you were, like a little bit like a fireplace, and a little bit like when you leave lots of leaves out, and then you leave them for long enough so they turns black and smells like musty. Yeah, it was all like that.
If you wouldn't mind, may I touch your amulet, your pendant?
Okay. I'll take the pendant off. So, yeah. This is Xavier. He's just going to hold you for a moment. And I'm using speech, beast, and leaf. He is a friend, and I trust him.
I'll smile, take it in my hand, and I know I've cast Detect Magic on him before, but I'll cast Identify this time. Does this seem like something that preserved him for a long time and that his tribe would be gone, or does it seem like
This
something else?
is, from what Identify gives you, an object so incredibly ancient that it goes beyond the scopes of Identify. It is most likely an heirloom of some sort. It is a little seedling encased in a very, very beautifully designed pendant.
And you said it was like sprouting or something, right?
It was. It is still, in fact, sprouting. A little like bit of stem and leaf pokes out from where the pendant would close. Yeah.
And I'll hand it back to him. Ness, when
Thank
you
you.
awoke and you found your village again, were the trees bigger, did it seem?
No, the trees was dead.
Okay.
And there were no houses. There were nothing that you would sleep in. Correct. All of that was just kind of decayed.
He's all gone.
Does this ring a bell to either of us? Do we know of something that would
Yeah, I'd like
super
to.
enhance that decay process, or does it? My immediate thought goes to he was like trapped. He was Captain America, but
Do I know of
Ready?
any? Roddy,
Yeah, what's up?
Ratty.
do I know of any like spells or creatures that could like decay an area, or would I know of any old civilizations that match kind of the look or anything of what Ness is?
This is within your field of study, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, make another history check with advantage.
Try as well.
If you want to, it's a little out of your grasp, this one, but you could.
Well,
certainly-
I'm just like, is there anything that stands out as something that could decay, or does this seem like maybe a situation of Captain America? Ness being Captain America, right?
Make an intelligence check.
That's just where my immediate head
Yeah,
goes.
That's yeah.
It goes to.
The story seems to make sense. If a person was unconscious, then they'd know how long they'd been out for if somebody told them. But in the case of Ness, he seems to have his facts straight that he woke up the morning immediately after. So
Okay.
there's no case of like time travel happening here, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
So what it is, it must have happened overnight, correct?
Jeez.
Rolex, even with an 18, it's incredibly difficult to find any sort of that strong and that specific of a presence. There are cases of black rots that happen in Greenhaven that has been documented from time to time. The cause and reasoning behind it are relatively unknown. Even the relation to lizard folk is a very kind of vicinity-based assumption. Since it makes sense for there to be a lizard folk Yuan-Ti conflict within the immediate area of the Lorei'an forest, that it's possible that a branch of poison had perhaps gone out of control from their warfare. But again, assumptions. And if something could cause a village to, well, be wiped out and rot overnight, it has to be something incredibly hell-bent on getting rid of a group of people, you know what I mean? It's not like something that just so happens by, it's intentional.
Do you think perhaps it's a bit of you mentioned or based on what I'm assuming here by the selection of books that you have given me is that you're looking for some kind of poison, but my thought perhaps drifts to the possibility of necromancy of some sort.
Yeah, the arcane is what.
Yeah, like the thing, what the one outside of Stumberlog was doing,
Yes.
Yes.
because he was killing a bunch of trees as well, and then he made that big like shambling thing.
Yes, that was quite frightening.
I'm going to revisit Aurora for a moment. Depends. You find books on 4 particular deities. You find 2 legal deities within Ryfield that are documented, that have books associated to their faith. One is the Lady of Life, Shalindlar. The other is Auril, the Frost Maiden. Um, the other 2 that you find illegal deities are Beshaba, the Maid of Misfortune, and Vandria, the Lady of Grief. Do you wish to inspect into any of them more closely?
The Frost Maiden. We'll check out.
The Frost Maiden is often related with not only events that lead to massive amounts of hardship and death, such as the winter cold and snow, but she has been related to these hardships, especially in Ryfield, more to the point where she is associated with death itself. The cold brings death, and winter brings hardships that can lead to starvation and death. And so, the guidance of death itself, taken form from whatever god of old was in charge of the realm of death and the shepherding of souls to the afterlife, that domain now belongs to the Frost Maiden almost entirely. She is a neutral deity, though some folk who have suffered at the harsh realities of winter and cold align her as evil. Her symbol is a 6-pointed snowflake, and many have reported of seeing, whenever there is irregular areas of highly cold weather, to have seen at least some or more forms of what is thought to be servants or avatars of the Frost Maiden, dressed in blue and white robes with blue glowing eyes that wander the places of frost, who come to collect the bodies of the deceased. Though it is also explored that in modern times, not only death related to cold and starvation and winter, but death in general is now her domain, since she has become that powerful and people worship her out of fear and reverence more than out of love and respect.
Okay. And you said that's one of the legal ones
Mhm.
here?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. And then can I look at the Goddess of Despair that you mentioned?
Yes. There's Beshaba, the Maid of Misfortune, and Vandria, the Lady of Grief.
We'll skim through both.
Just for, out of game knowledge, because obviously none of you would know this, but Beshaba, the Maid of Misfortune, is the successor of Zahir. She is a god of bad luck, misfortune, mischief. It's depicted by black antlers as her symbol. Vandria, the Lady of Grief, is the successor of Loth. She is most oftenly related to darkness, grief, warfare, but also vigilance, since she is a main goddess of the Drow. Yeah, which are distant relatives of yours.
All right. I think that I'll probably just set the books back. Actually, no, I won't even try. I'm just gonna leave them gently on the table.
Okay.
Don't want the monks mad at me for putting them back in the wrong place.
Yeah, I get you. Xavier.
And try to find Xavier and everybody.
The history section is eluding. It's full of names, names of people, names of places, names of wars, names of events, names of historical revolutions, changes, dates, times. All of these just start to become a blur to you. It's hard to find a path forward.
I want to be like, is there a secret book I pull and then the thing opens up? But,
Make another investigation check, and if you want assistance with this, you can ask around for some.
I'm gonna cast detect magic.
Rodax is you
I'm
see
gonna cast detect
Xavier
magic.
struggle a bit with he's like, you know, the hands on head just flipping through the page. You start seeing like dark lines form under his eyes, bags.
Is that how bags work? I don't think. I feel like it has to be
That's
like.
how
I'm
bags work.
exaggerating. I'm
Does it?
exaggerating. Yeah.
I know, I'm kidding. I'm teasing you.
What was the check
Let me
again?
see something.
Investigation.
One sec. Give me a second.
This takes a couple of hours. Udrik, you wake up to a very empty room. You walk down to
How
a
long
very
have I been
empty
sleeping for?
tavern. You've had
Wait,
sleep
wait,
for
how-
about 7 hours now.
Oh, good. I was gonna say, yeah, like, I want to get those, like, long rests. Good. Okay, solid.
Yeah, I'll just continue looking around.
Do I know where they went?
Ronak said they were
You-
going to go read.
Yeah, all you know is read.
I can put 2 and 2
I'll-
together. I mean, I know he wanted to go to the cobalt thing. Right?
That was
That's what
the
I don't
that
know.
said that.
Yeah, it was in the pen.
Oh yeah, did I say
And
Ronak?
she's like, I'm gonna go
Sorry.
read, and
Yeah.
yeah, and it's like, okay. The only place I know that there's a reading place is the Cobalt Soul. I'll just like
Yeah.
head that way. Oh, is there anybody in the kitchen? Like in the
Yeah, people are having like
shit.
yeah.
I was gonna say I go grab a beer and then I like leave like gold and then I like keep walking, but I'll just like pay for some snacks
Cool, no problem. You get a keg.
and then I'll go walking. Okay, wait. I like 2 things to hold while I'm walking,
okay,
you know.
Your motion was like you were gonna carry a.
No, I'm like I grab like the food and the drink and like leave the gold,
sure.
and then I like walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice,
and then I'll meet up with
I
them.
only have about half an hour left today, guys.
Okay. Same here. Was this investigation, Xavier? Have you rolled with advantage?
No, I haven't.
Please go ahead and make
Why
it.
advantage?
Because Ronax is helping you out.
If you want my help.
I do out of character, but I don't think XZ wants it, or Xavier wants it.
Okay.
Then
I don't
don't
think he
don't
does.
take it.
And
I'm
don't
sorry.
take it.
You start looking around, taking down books from shelves, down, more, piles.
I just want to cast detect magic in the history section.
Okay. Are you doing this stealthily? Because it's a very obvious like verbal flick and
Sure, I'll do it stealthily.
make a sleight of hand.
7. I'll try to do it stealthily. I clearly fail, but I don't know that it's that big of an issue. So
Cobalt monk touches you on the shoulder and says, no casting
Yes?
of magic within the grounds of the library.
can I ask why it's?
Because magic casted in a library can of course lead to complications. What spell are you attempting to cast? Can I help you with anything?
Just looking around.
Look around with your eyes, not with your sword. Put that thing away.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
I mean, there's nothing else I can say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just keep looking. I think I fail again with the 12.
Yeah, you do. It's just
Cool.
piles of books. Like trying to go through. trying to notice any sort of significance at all. And even though you're desperately grasping, nothing comes to you.
After a while, I'm gonna like look for him, and I'm gonna like peek behind from behind the shelf and be like, Xavier, do you
Mm-hmm.
need help?
I just don't know really what I'm looking for, to be honest. These people are very vague. Maybe he's just looking through his letter at this point.
What the fuck? Hold on, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just towers and stacks of books, and you're trying to find any sort of significance at all in their meanings, but you know, the words of the letter, the words of the bishop, you know that there's some significance to them.
Yeah, again, all I know is ashes is kind of what he said, right?
Yes, to quote his exact words,
Yeah, I did not write his words down. All I remember is he said something about ashes.
more kindling for the pyres of history, I see. Will you be burned away completely, or will you remain as ash for time itself to witness? And it's also his words of, what is it? The one about analyze. Here we go. To learn truth, you must look behind all veils. Truth only comes to those who observe, analyze, make judgments, and act upon the judgments.
I don't know what that means. I'm stupid. Xavier is smart. I'll look into I guess books on pyres and I don't know. That seems like a weird research topic.
Can I try to also cast detect magic?
Sleight of hand.
Can I make it with advantage because my spellcasting focus is my necklace?
Let me double check on detect magic as a spell. I'm sorry to be a hard ass.
You also had a table. Cast it under the table. It's verbal and somatic.
Got you. I'd say you'd be able to
Fire and materials.
like sneakily. It's still chanting arcane words and like making hand signs that glow. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't know about anything about D&D casting and how a lot of
I
these
was
spells
looking
work, because
into
I'm
that.
still new to it.
Yeah. Verbal means you,
can
have to
mumble it.
chant some arcane words. Somatic means you have to make hand like wavy symbols and gestures.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do it. So I don't get advantage.
Sleight of hand.
Okay.
If
make sure I'm on
Xavier is
normal.
trying to hide it, I'll give you advantage.
Are there fires or like torches or anything in the actual?
No, nope, none. There are motes of
It's-
floating light and skylight. Oh.
Fuck. I was hoping.
You guys are awful at that.
Another monk, a separate one, thankfully not the first one, comes and gives you the same warning, and now both of them are trained even with stricter eyes onto you.
They didn't tell us that. We didn't know.
What was it that you were trying to do there, Rolex?
Oh, Xavier just seemed like he needed some help, and I don't really know what he's looking for.
I don't know what I'm looking for. Here's the thing. I would ask for help, but I've been told nothing, and I don't know what to ask for help with.
Were you trying to do the thing where you were like seeing magical things?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'll be right back. And I will walk outside of the building, and I will say to the person on the door, "Oh, I just need to get some air for at the moment, and I need to walk my my griffin." And then when I'm
Yeah.
and then when I'm outside, I am going to use my firbolg trait to cast detect magic, and because it lasts for 10 minutes. Because it lasts for 10 minutes, I just walk
Okay.
back in.
Let me run my way over there. I want to see this shit.
God, you're so much smarter than us.
You do also run into Udrik at the entrance, just for
Thank
sakes of
God.
running around together.
Oh, hey, yeah. Did you get a good sleep?
Oh yeah. Good 8 hours of sleep. I am solid right now.
Yeah. So Xavier explained to me how books work, and now he's in there. I think he's looking for magic. Well, I mean, he helped me a little bit. But he, I think, is in there looking for magical books now. So I'm just going to.
I thought you couldn't read. I thought you couldn't read.
Yeah, well, that is the bit that he helped me with.
Is there pictures in there?
I remember some dinosaurs.
Oh.
And there was a person riding on the back of them, before of them, which is not very safe, really, because he wasn't holding on with a grappling hook or anything like that. But Xavier said that it's not a real thing, and it's an example for children. So I figured that is probably okay. Anyway, I should probably go back in before this thing wears off.
Okay.
Yeah, let me wait. Okay, let's go.
Fucking
Yep.
frat boy Udrik.
Oh, ate a full sandwich with one hand, just smashed the rest of the bottle on the floor. Let's go.
He's okay, by the way. He's also looking for things about the letter that the bishop said that was okay.
If you say so. Just
Pat hit him on the
careful.
back. Wait, my fucking hand.
Okay, a couple things. Firstly, a few big notices go off, like pings, in the sort of back room that are behind locked doors. You reckon that those are most likely secretive, and you don't see any way in, anyways. But there are big pings in towards the back area. You make your way back to where Xavier is standing. You notice a small, dim glow of magic coming from the history shelf that he was looking at. But it does not seem present on the shelf.
Is it just a book?
It's you get one dim glow in particular, but the glow and where it's situated, there's nothing there on the shelf.
What's up, nerds?
Well, I'm gonna try and see if there is something I could feel there.
There is in fact something you could feel there.
Yeah.
You grab onto what feels like perhaps a stack of 3 books.
Yeah. Are they invisible books?
They are invisible books.
I think.
Of course, that's the one to figure it out.
Yep.
I found some more books to carry for you. Xavier.
Do I do the old behind the shelf trick, or do I like secret compartment? No, I already did that. Invisible books.
I'm here for it, Roddy.
All right. Does you want to? How do you read a book if you can't see the book?
You found invisible books? What?
Yeah. I mean, that is not. I mean, I know I'm new to books, so I don't know how much of a thing that usually is.
That's
very
not
normal
normally.
thing.
May I
Super
see
normal.
them, please?
No.
I understand.
No.
I see what you did there.
That was brilliant.
Might I hold them, please, Ness?
Yeah, but
Now, that's
is
too
anybody
incredibly
watching
thick.
this?
It feels three separate books, not that
Yeah.
thick of books. So
Yeah.
you know, like
Oh.
a Percy Jackson level of thickness.
Hey, don't diss Percy Jackson.
No, I'm not saying. It's just that you know.
Tiny books, man. That's it.
Yeah.
They're not Lord of the Rings, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
They're solid books.
or Harry Potter.
They are.
If I open them, is it invisible on the outside, invisible on the
You feel
inside,
the
or?
flipping of the pages, but you don't see anything.
Shit. Wait, I might have something for this.
Do I have to fucking cast
Right?
again?
You hear like
Yeah.
flipping paper, but then you look to your side and Xavier is just making hand signs.
Oh, it's one of those.
Is this a normal thing where you come from?
No,
Books, I don't fucking know.
no, but I have seen them. Have I ever seen
Dumbest
anything like that?
thing.
No,
feel like that-
the books are meant to be read. Why the fuck would you make them invisible?
I feel like, well, no, because of my backstory.
Right.
Okay. I don't want to leave with these books.
Actually,
But everything I want to do has to occur outside.
We can just assume that what I just said
If I
was.
feel the pages, is it like Braille or something?
I know it was.
Roddy.
Yeah.
Do I see anybody like a old lady with like glasses, you know, like so I could ask her about books?
A librarian. No.
Like a librarian?
There are
Do I
very,
see-
there are very
IRL and in game, never gone to a library basically. Like
That-
maybe 3 times in my life, man.
There are
like a
very
librarian.
heavily muscled monks in blue robes, but no librarians.
Do they look like librarians? Like they live here, right?
They could be librarians.
Okay, I want to go up to one.
Yes.
The least mean looking one.
Go
Like
up to,
anything
like,
with an arrow in front of him.
No, that's not. Hey,
Brother
walk
quest
up
giver.
to, walk up to a half elven male. Oh, looks kind of, it's a little short for a half elf. Has like a pair of spectacles and like a bowl cut. You know what I mean? Like one of those like nerd kid bowl cuts.
Oh no, not the priest bolt cuts.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
ooh. Okay.
Hello, how can I help you?
Hi. Oh yeah, when I left the room, I turned back into the elf thing,
Okay.
so I can, that way I can't fly if I'm an elf. Either way. Hi. Have you ever heard of I don't remember the name. The
Lenin Blades.
Order of the Lenain
Lorei'an
Blade.
Blades. Yeah. Do you guys have any books on those? People?
Yeah, there are books, not a whole lot of them, but there are books on the order. Yes.
Okay, cool. Where would those be? Like,
You should be able to find some under mythologies, but you would also be able to find them, I believe, only recently under some documented cases of studies and observations.
okay, so where are
there's
those at?
also a section
Oh.
for the occult, and particularly blood hunting. That's a very interesting field, and it just like nerds on
Blood
to you for another full like 5-10 minutes on the eccentricity.
I listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once he's done, hey, do you have any books on like the Flaming Blade or anything like that?
The flaming. I haven't heard of anything of that nature.
No. Okay. Yeah. You point the way to not the mythology area, but like the actual like somebody's like spying on these people kind of area, or the other one you said.
Yeah, of course. And it points you towards the occult and like. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'll go look for them then.
Yeah, you could make an investigation check. And while you do that,
Alright.
Xavier, what are you doing with the books?
I don't
Honestly,
fucking know.
I didn't want to ask because I don't want to get you guys
Is
in
this-
trouble.
Is this like an illusory escape situation? Can I tell? I can't tell anything.
It's a book that's invisible.
Was it investigation or pursuit?
It's investigation. You are completely eluded.
Fucking books, man.
You find
They all look the
yourself-
same.
You find yourself reading on like a scary ghost story that you find yourself completely absorbed in, and you are unable to put down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Books are interesting.
I'm unallowed to cast magic as a wizard. I don't have any other thing. All right, Ratty, what do you expect from me?
It's supposed to be a hard situation.
Mm-mm.
I don't know how do you
have
read an
something.
invisible book.
I'm just going to.
Can I hold it up to light?
I'm gonna walk up to Xavier and I'm gonna say, "Do you actually have invisible books right there?"
I'll give her one.
I'm going to take one, and then I'm going to look at him. I'm going to do an about face and walk up to one of the monks.
Here's the thing. I don't know if they're supposed to know about this shit. That's what annoys me.
Like-
is that something that Xavier said? Or was
No.
that
Just
wrong?
do it. I don't care. Solve my puzzle for me.
So,
Guys,
what?
find the
Pardon-
reason.
Tell
Pardon
me if this.
Yeah.
Tell me if this is too simple. Tell me if this is too simple. Do you have anything that can uninvisible things?
I
Like,
do,
if
but
something-
it casts magic, and they're gonna yell at me.
Right. Okay. So you can't do it in here, right?
It's just so tedious. Yeah.
Wait, guys! I can do it without magic. I can do it without magic.
You can?
Wait,
What?
fucking! I can't my lantern on. Oil, please.
That's a solution I did not
Light!
think would be brought up.
I have a fucking lantern of revealing.
I have a question. Are
Please.
you actually screaming right now?
Yeah, the whole time.
Oh,
Like
my
two monks rush up to you and put hands on your mouth, say, "Quiet, be
Oh,
respectful."
I'm sorry. I didn't know this was kind of. Guys, lantern.
Please
Well,
keep
hold on.
What an
flammable
accident.
objects
Yeah.
away from the books. If you
It's not. It's electric.
Electric.
Um,
What's an electric?
What is the electric?
Okay, I'll be careful. It's not flammable. Trust me. Okay, I put it on the
Yeah.
table,
Okay.
and I say the key word for it. Put the
Wait. Hold on. Hear me out here. Like, so they were these people, right? They would be mad at you, like if you took any of the books out of here. Yeah. So you was not allowed to take any books out. But like,
Are we not? Oh, sad.
I mean, I think that's what
But the
the
books
bishop.
are
I got this
invisible.
really nice ghost book, guys. I
Yeah.
really want to take this
Yeah.
one home.
So, like,
I'm gonna sit down next
so
to.
you take,
Okay.
but if you took those books out, how would they know?
Yeah, I thought of that, but like that's such a tedious puzzle. I don't like. To me, that can't be the answer.
I'm turning on the candle, just an FYI. I'm turning it on. As they're talking.
Sure,
Well-
let's just use the dumb lantern.
I'm
I'm
confused.
so
here.
Fucking stealing for the
don't
win,
think
man.
about it as like a person playing, right? Think of it as like
I'm so salty, Roddy. I rolled 2 12s.
I think the most important question right now is, do you bring the books out of the library? I will say this much. The lantern is not one of the possible solutions that I had thought of for these books.
See,
Don't carry that shit
and then
everywhere.
Stevie is mad at the universe for giving him a problem that can be solved inelegantly.
It was a DC 16 investigation, man.
Um, I know what the other solution was, but I'll say that.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Xavier's not mad at the universe. He's mad at whoever made this puzzle in the universe.
I have so much more prepared.
Oh god.
It's fine, Nestle. Like Nestle be
Yeah,
there to help.
for me.
Sweet
I mean,
God.
I thought about bringing it outside. I don't know. It's just that felt so tedious to me. Again, I'm stupid. Leave me alone.
Oh,
Xavier, what's the name of the college?
He doesn't know.
Right, you don't know. Yes, you were mentioned cinders and ash.
I was gonna put. I don't. How do I burn something in here?
You don't need to.
he just said, "What is the college?" And then he mentioned cinders and ash. What is?
See, Roy knows, but Xavier doesn't. So it's really
That's
fun
the
to
issue.
mess with you.
I hate it.
You can take it out.
What, the ashes of the necromancer I have?
No, the fucking.
That's
fucking
the only
books.
ashes I have.
The fucking. Do you bring the books out of the library?
Sure.
Damn it.
I lit up already. I already have this. It's 20-foot
Yeah,
radius.
he has the lantern. I'll use the
I
lantern.
have it out. I already turned it on. It's on. It's a
Yeah.
blue ass ring, guys. Like that thing just like.
Yeah, you know what? I'm
Lantern
using you this way.
The lantern
am.
of revealing does indeed reveal a book. 3 books, in fact.
Woo! I'm gonna just leave it like just everywhere, man. I'm gonna go everywhere with this
This
shit.
man wakes up late, joins you at the library, pulls out a
Okay.
thing that he stole from the market, puts it down on the table, and immediately my intricate puzzle is.
We should have figured this out. Not that next week, the week after that shit. But
Okay.
no. Skip
So
2
the-
weeks, guys.
Where do you want to read it?
Just right here.
Yeah, what's with the book, man?
At the table.
What does it
I
say
don't
in the
know,
front?
dude. I'm so confused.
Mine says player handbook. I'm not really sure what it's used for.
You
Just at the table.
in my hand.
To face with the lantern revealing helps you see, and they're not like transparent books. They're actual physical books that are enchanted with some sort of invisible magic. And so you start looking at each of the books individually. The first book on top of the stack is called The Ballad of Flames. So add these to your inventory. The first book is called The Ballad of Flames. The second book is called The Song of Cinders. And the third book is called The Requiem of Ashes.
I'm still typing.
Yes, Ronax, you have proficiency with shields.
Leave me alone, Ronnie. Leave me alone, Ronnie.
The Ballad of Flames, The Song of Cinder, and The Requiem of Ashes. So
Okay.
interesting. I want to read the flame one, guys. If whoever doesn't have it, whoever has it, can I like borrow it? real quick?
I'll read through them.
Okay.
All of them right now, or are you going one by one?
Flipping
I gotta do one by one. That's how you read.
Alright, well then leave the flame one last. I want to read it real quick. I'm just gonna like.
I heard there was a fourth one, but the author's been working on it for a really long time.
Oh yeah. 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 That was good.
Alright,
That was good, man.
we've got about 10 minutes left of the session. We're gonna try to bring this to somewhat of a bottleneck where we can continue from next time. But yes, you flip through each of the books. Which one do you want to read first?
Flames.
I think flames and then I have to read flames first because flames come first.
Okay. Okay. Set the scene in here like a little bit. Where are we now?
Where
Yeah.
do you choose to be? Are you still in? I think you're still in there with the lantern like on the table and you're just flipping through.
Yeah,
books.
lantern on the table, just reading.
Okay.
We're all. Yeah.
Just
I
to the
think. Oh, what the heck? Am I broken on this screen? I have to read flames first. Sorry, you trick.
Yeah, flame
It
cinder
goes
and then
flame,
ashes.
cinders, ash.
This is
Yeah, I know.
gonna elude you for a little bit more and perhaps may help you think for the next week or so. But the Ballad of Flames is a historical account of glorious empires' rise to power, including the Beryllian legacy, the Rhyfieldian conquest that you've heard of, the Thessalian legion's growth of military strength, and all of the glorious, overwhelming history of national growth throughout history, even going as far back as the tales of the old elven kings of yore, and how the grand continent was formed and sundered apart by the realm shatter. And so flipping through, it's a kind of like a more glorious historical account. At the back cover, and I'm gonna need you to write this down because all of this contributes to the puzzle. And so the Ballad of Flames, right, is a historical account, yeah, of like vast amounts of glorious empires rise to power. There is a phrase at the back that says, "Judge not only by the cover, but sound the validity of the content."
By the cover, but
Sound the validity of the content.
sound of validity.
Sound the validity, as in sound is a verb.
Oh. Oh, okay. The validity.
Of the content. Judge
Okay,
not only
thank
by
you.
the cover, but sound the validity of the content.
Okay.
Second, the Song of Cinders is a graphic detail of various catastrophes and downfalls in great nations throughout history. The fall of kingdoms due to corrupt lords, a downfall brought by debauchery of princes, downfalls brought upon by an unsatisfied populace. That denotes a great famine of 116 RE that stunted the growth of the Thessalian Empire, forcing them to merge with the Lorei'an civilizations to the south. A great plague brought upon by a magical experiment gone wrong, leading to the death of thousands in Ryefield and Greenhaven. The back cover of this book says, "View tragedy through the truth of one's mind, not the feelings of one's heart." You got that, Marisha?
Yep. View
Lastly,
tragedy through the truth of one's mind, not the feelings of one's heart.
Yeah. Lastly, the Requiem of Ashes is a account of forgotten histories. Details of stories never before heard, lost races, civilizations, and outcomes of wars that were never detailed in history books. It details a civilization of skin changers, humanoid beings that could take on the appearance of other races to the north of Ryefield, that became lost to time due to reasons unknown. There are rumors of an underwater city deep within the Oceanus, where sightings of half-human, half-fish creatures were spotted riding giant seahorses, making their homes in leviathans, and various other cryptic tales untold. The back cover of this book says, "Search deeper for meanings unknown, and the door shall open to those who will to find answers. lest you want to forget or be forgotten.
Search deeper for meanings unknown, and the doors
Shall open to
Well,
those who will to find answers.
open to those who will.
Lest you want to forget or be forgotten. The exact words of the letter.
Get. Got it. Okay. Well, shit.
Also, these books, when placed all three together in an order as following: flame, cinders, and ashes. There is a script that appears only when all three are connected at the base of the spine. And in quotation marks it says, the college words. All keen minds die, but knowledge persevere. The light of my eyes shall overcome all lies and fight away all fear.
All keen minds die, but knowledge perseveres. I'm sorry, I'm a slow writer.
All keen minds die, but knowledge persevere. The light of my eyes shall overcome all lies and fight away all fear. A little bit of a poetic verse for you there.
I'm still on the eyes, dude. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I'll copy paste the thing for you.
That would be
I
appreciated.
will break down literary poetry just for you, Roy.
I just don't like wasting people's time.
Nope.
I feel like a nuisance.
You're not.
Well, just sitting here has everyone watches me write down what Roddy has said 3 times.
It's cool.
I like hearing it.
Nice.
As all of this is denoted down, you realize that there is probably even more of a significant riddle or meaning behind these
God
words.
damn it!
And you're gonna have to spend some time finding out.
He got mad at us for skipping his whole thing, you know. So now it's like it's just gonna keep adding.
Yeah, he just made all those up on the spot.
Yeah, he's like, fuck
Yeah,
you
right.
guys for having a lantern, okay?
Okay, well, this is my next week of studying.
Can you repeat where the changelings were, or the shapeshifters were? Like, it was the south of north of Ryfield.
Mhm.
Thank you. I put south, north. I wrote most of it down too, but
Yes.
Just to keep in
you
mind.
said about you bringing out a lantern and me improving all that, because I totally do possess the qualities and ability to recite improv poetry at will.
Yes, you do. I know you, Roddy.
I believe
You're
it.
hiding the
Yeah.
skills.
Nah.
What's
All
that,
according to plan.
CPMs?
I'm gonna end tonight's session here.
Okay.
Oh.
So
Fabulous.
I had another way in mind to read that book, and based on what you said, I'm not sure if you thought of this either. Doesn't Xavier have a wand that casts Dispel Magic?
Yeah, I was gonna, but again, magic. Here's the thing. I think logistically, yeah, going outside and just casting Detect Magic's fine. That works. But that just feels like it cheapens the puzzle to me. I don't know, like
my lantern didn't. Wait,
by the
this thing
time